What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Beats and Bullshit. Make sure to check us out over in our social media. We are on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, and as well as YouTube. Check us out also on SoundCloud for our weekly podcasts. That is Beats and Bull for all of the handles. And then feel free to check us out on email. We'd love to talk to you guys. Send us topics and suggestions over at beatsandbull@gmail.com. Once again, it's another week. Once again, my name is Keem, and I have my co-host Eric here with me.
Yes, sir.
And we also have Cole over here as our guest here again, coming over. So,
what up, though?
All right. So, just a quick check-in, just seeing how everybody is doing. Eric, how's you been doing, and how things been going on with your week so far?
Pretty good. I can't really complain. It's been a regular week. You know, life throws its up and downs at you, and it's been more of that. So, you know, typical week.
I feel that. What about you, Cole?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Hydraulics are nice sometimes. Just
All right, Dr. George.
Right. Things been going good with me. This week has been very reflective in a way, especially just with me coming back with the new year and getting stuff wrapped up. So it's very interesting how 2019 is playing already. I'm very positive about everything going on, just kind of setting goals and boundaries this year. Just kind of like my main goal that I want to put for myself this year with 2019. So just getting more focus on things. So just kind of like realizing a couple of stuff. So
New year, new you.
I'm trying to actually take that into stride this time around. So last year was definitely like a eye-opener in a lot of things. So I gotta say 2018 was like the year of self-actualization or realization, and this year is the year of balance. So that's basically what I'm trying to do for this year. But with that in mind, we got some good stuff for you guys going on this week. A lot of cool topics, so we're going to get right into it. The first thing is going to be geek shit. Continuing the coverage with Aquaman. Aquaman so far is revving up to be in the $1 billion club very, very soon. And in the recent of articles and news have already crossed 900 million worldwide, which it's already being projected to get $1 billion probably by the end of this weekend, internationally included. So that's definitely a big thing. That will also actually make the CEU and be one of the only movies reaching $1 billion. This is also something that none of the Christopher Nolan movies for the Dark Knight series haven't done. So that would put the property at $1 billion internationally. So that's a very great thing. So right now, with the current article, this was back on Aquaman, just the beginning of this week. At that time on Sunday, it was at 940 million. That's like 940.7 million at that time. Now I believe it was like almost around 970, so it got about 20 or 30 million dollars more within the last couple of days. So it's really cool just hearing that and just finding out that, you know, it's getting very close to a great group of movies that get a lot of, you know, no money, but then also gets great praise in regards to how many people are liking the movie. So it's really cool, dope hearing that.
That's pretty cool. That's just as Aquaman has just been so beloved over the years.
And it's finally getting right. And it's finally getting his
fuck he come from.
Right.
At this point, I think they're projecting it's going to make 1.1, which makes it actually projected to be ahead of Dark Knight, which is their highest grossing one so far.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Does that mean that he really stole the show of Justice League?
Well, we already knew that, though.
Well, I mean, for up until one point, it was arguable that it was Wonder Woman.
Oh, not for Justice League, though. For me, yes. But everybody I heard after watching Justice League, everyone, their takeaway was Aquaman. Everyone enjoyed Aquaman more than anybody in that film, which was kind of weird because he was more Aqua Bro. But
Aqua Bro.
If that's
that's
what you hear from.
He was Aqua Bro and Aquaman.
Well, yeah,
that's his character.
He carried it over, so
yeah,
it is
Jason
working
has a
for him.
very
So
chill
I
personality in a lot of stuff he do. So yeah, that's definitely true. Now, right. Now Jason Momoa, who does play Arthur Curry, who everyone knows is Aquaman, he actually expressed his thanks and support to everyone watching the movie. He even encouraged y'all to watch it a second time. So definitely he's seeing.
You got 4 out of me, buddy. You better. I've done my due diligence. Yeah.
More like Aqua the Man at this point.
So definitely, it's a great thing for the DC universe, especially being one of the.
Well, no, I'm sorry. 3. One was on Fire Stick.
Oh, okay. That's
Four
fair.
pause?
But I paid.
Oh, and you paid.
There you go, fair.
You just be my human pause button.
They're just gonna just hit the stop at this point.
And clear. So, with this in mind, there are still a couple more movies coming up with the DCEU universe. Right now, the next movie coming up will be Shazam, coming out in April.
I am so fearful for this movie.
So this is going to be a very interesting one. So we'll get more information with that. Be covering that. But definitely big ups to Aquaman and the continued rise. Next thing we got going on. Pause. Rise up. So next thing we got going on is a lovely year-end article that just pretty much appeared lately, and this is involving Microsoft and Xbox. Now everyone know Xbox had a pretty good year last year in regards to just other initiatives they've done. One with the Game Pass getting very big. A lot of people are getting into the subscription service. You know, you only pay about $10 a month. You get to play all of the games that Xbox provides. Not only the Xbox One titles, but also 360 and the classic Xbox. And now they are doing an initiative of doing console launches on Game Pass exclusively. So basically, if you get the Game Pass subscription, you get to play a lot of the new games that get released. Crackdown 3, which is actually going to be a very big title for Microsoft that is coming out later on. I think this month or next month, or in regards to the Crackdown 3, but they're really gearing up for that one to be one of their flagship series. The first one did very, very well on Xbox. Second one didn't do too hot. Now with the third one coming out, a lot of people are really betting high on that. So in the year, they didn't have a lot of good games that came out exclusively for Xbox. So basically, they did a year-end, Metacritic did a year-end review of all the games that came out. And how they judge this basically is on Metacritic, if they go by called good exclusives. So they had PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo. So Nintendo and Nintendo Switch. So they kind of space that as if a game had 75 out of the Metacritic or higher, they consider that a good game. Out of all of them, of course, PlayStation had the most. They well, actually, I take that PC actually had the most. PC games had 33 exclusives that were considered good.
I don't think PlayStation will ever catch PC. PC kind of started, the game.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever catch PC. As far as consoles go, that's not surprising.
Yeah, so definitely on PC we're having 33. PlayStation had 13. Xbox had 0, and Nintendo Switch actually had 10. Now, with all the games that came out, a lot of people were saying that it was kind of unfair with Xbox, because as you know, Xbox, Microsoft, they also have a lot of their games also premiere on the PC version. So the fact there were no considered true Xbox exclusives that came out.
Xbox ain't never really had no exclusives.
Yeah, so that's something definitely that's been almost kind of the crutch really with the Xbox. They have so much third-party support. They have a great online system. They, with the Game Pass now, they have a pretty good subscription service. They just never had their own exclusive. So definitely with that now coming with, Crackdown 3, they're trying to put that in an exclusive. They have a couple other games coming out this year in 2019 that they're really hoping on to, get into the exclusive club. Gears 5 is coming out this year, as well as the Ori series, the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisp. That is another exclusive they have going on. And then just throughout the year, we'll hear about other true Xbox exclusives, but we'll see how Xbox do in 2019. So, a couple more things in regards to geek shit. Next thing we got going on will be the things going on with CW and with the Batwoman series. So for those who don't know, at CW basically have is pretty much order of a pilot series for the Batwoman series, and that is going to be starring Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose actually premiered as CW's Batwoman on the Elseworld series. I don't really watch it, but I know that's kind of course, combining all the universes and worlds within the
That's
DC
so
universe.
sad. I'm judging you.
I've lost like a lot of interest in like a lot of the DC stuff. Like
DC,
I'm behind on a lot of the
they're
series.
trying to get. DC's trying to get their fan base back. A lot of the movies that they've released have been trash. Well, subpar. I'll say that.
Yeah, I won't say trash.
Yeah, I'll say subpar.
Or subjective, actually.
Okay, that's
A lot of them I considered Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, trash.
That's fair.
I was so.
But Justice League
fair.
was pretty It wasn't trash, but it just was okay. Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, I won't say trash. The TV offerings have been a roller coaster.
No, that's true. Definitely has been a roller coaster, especially with
animation,
CW
though?
and the DC.
I want them to take their animated movies to the big screen.
Right.
That's their
let's just
strong
do that.
point. If they do that, that's a whole market right there that ain't nobody tapping into. I mean, they ain't really know.
Especially with the success of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse right now,
Which is
it's
doing
probably
pretty
something
good.
that we should visit hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely is a good indicator that
Unless
you know
it's-
a lot of those TV series can come to the big screen.
Unless it's too late. Because Marvel, I'm pretty sure Marvel's paying attention to how well.
No, it's not too late because DC's animated films have been solid across the board from then on. I'm like, even coming out of canceled series from fucking 2012 to Young Justice
7, I think it
Outsiders,
is. On the article, I think it says 7 years.
Yeah.
6 or 7, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
so Young Justice Outsiders right now is like the number one thing going 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean,
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. That's upcoming on next. But yeah, definitely. There right now, I know it's 100 for just the actual reviews, and then it went down now to 90%. It was 100 like both across the boards, but then it went down to 90 for audience score, which is still pretty good. Just the first 3
that's just
episodes.
some few Marvel fanboys being upset and butthurt.
Yeah. So this one is in regards to like I said about the whole Elseworld crossover event they had with Batwoman coming out. So basically, it's funny that when this occurred, Gotham has just came out. Gotham just had their season premiere for the final season last Thursday. So basically, word came out back in December when the crossover event came on CW for Elseworld. They actually asked Gotham to borrow their bat signal for the crossover event, because at that time they had the bat signal on season 4 on the finale, and they wanted to borrow it for the Elseworld event.
Gotham, the TV show?
Yes, the TV show. A producer, which he wanted to keep his name under wraps, basically they told him no. Just flat out, like, y'all not
Make
using
your
this.
own damn bat signal. Who the fuck can I borrow your bat signal? No. Most
thought that
people
was
ask to
very-
borrow sugar, even ketchup.
I
You
thought
wanna
that was
borrow-
very yeah, I thought that was like very
But
funny
still,
though.
they're under the same house. Why even do that?
Right, and that's the thing. It was like pretty funny.
It's not like he's just being salty because the show is canceled.
My show was canceled? Hell no.
That's what some people think about it as well too. It's kind of like, well,
Tell the
maybe
motherfuckers
it's
that
like,
canceled my show to make you a bat signal.
why would you do that?
Petty.
Right. Well, it's funny,
Petty LaBelle.
right? And it's
Petty
funny
work.
though. Or petty.
More like
Yeah, it's just
petty
funny though.
work.
How that can happen though. Like,
Petty
especially
tender ass.
All
Or
the
petty
names.
tender ass. Anyway.
all of things. It's just funny though, because it's very interesting that this is happening. Like, Gotham now is going to be shopped around. It can be picked up, like, it probably won't get picked up by CW now because they have the Batwoman series getting developed, but it'll be interesting what they'll do with it. If they'll stop Batman on TV for a while and just keep him on the big screen, it's going to be really interesting. So we'll see how that goes, but definitely if you guys are fans of Gotham,
I'm just thinking, like, do we consider the streaming app for DC Universe the big screen? I mean, or TV? Because we did get Batman in the Teen Titans universe.
We did, so that's true. They can also put they could put the show on the app. That could be also something they can do. It's just right now, because now with the whole deal finishing up, I think this is kind of like unsure what they want to do with the property. But if they do end up picking it up and putting it on the actual app, that'd be really nice. I think to continue the series. But that is actually cool. So if you guys, out there are fans of Gotham, the final season is coming on Thursdays on Fox, so definitely check that out. And then going just right through with more DC news. We were just talking about the Outsider series. It debuted last Friday, and we were just talking about, it being 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and as well on the Tomato Meter score, which is the critics, and then the audience meter score, which is of course the audience who watch it. At the time of this article release, it was over, it was 100%, but now I'm down to 90 after checking it. So definitely, it's still rate pretty high. So just a couple of things regarding the show for those who watch Young Justice, and with Invasion being the last part of the series coming out, there were a lot of questions in regards to the time jump. I watched only a little bit of Young Justice. I haven't seen Outsiders, but I definitely want to check it out. But basically, when they were discussing about the actual time jump and why they did that, the producer Braden Vietti, who did also Batman Under the Red Hood and also Superman Doomsday, he was actually explaining like why they did that. Basically just kind of said that one, they did it for the growth of the show. They knew that they had to kind of progress the actual series, so doing the time jump they kind of already knew was going to be very controversial for a lot of fans and for just them in general. So they knew that in general, like, it was going to kind of rub some people the wrong way, but they wanted to give more kind of like depth for a lot of the characters. They didn't want to feel like that certain characters were left without information. They really wanted to make it very organic in a way so people can kind of get right back into the series. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's really nice. A lot of people are already getting good reception to the show, especially for it being so long, gone. I think, like we said 7. I think it is 6 or 7.
I think it went away in 2012, but I did watch. I am caught up with the series, and
yeah, it was 6.
Yeah, they did do time jumps. I think they wanted to, at least from the feel of it, for me watching it, I think they wanted to just start off with something new, considering they left so much stuff behind. But betwixt all of that, they did give us some flashbacks that leads us into the current storyline, so you're not just completely left hanging. As far as the rating goes, I did blame some Marvel fanboys, but like thinking objectively as we've segued into the story, I think a lot of the issue is that it's very character plot driven, and we don't really get to see our main heroes that we grew up with the original series with in costume. So I think that might have made it take a slight hit with the actual fan base. The original ratings are from the critics. Yeah. So, critics are a little more sparing when it comes to like story being overall. But, the actual fans, we want to see action and see the Flash. And we have, not the character, but the Flash and all. Yeah, the action. And we didn't really get that with this first 3 episodes. So yeah, so definitely there is more to come. So right now, Outsiders have 26 total episodes that are coming out, and the new episodes will be coming out every Friday. Now, how they're doing right now, the first one came out on the 4th, and they will continue on the 18th. Now, on the 20th. I'm sorry to cut you off, but what they're doing is giving us 3 episodes at a time. Yeah. It's just weird. But yeah, every, I guess week, we're going to get another 3 episodes. And then it's going to take a hiatus, I think. So, yes. So, on the 25th, before they take the hiatus, they will actually be premiering 4 episodes on that day, on the 25th. Okay. Then, after that, that will be the mid-season finale. And then the show will be coming back on the second half in June. All right.
I hate the way they doing shows now with that breakup bullshit.
Yeah.
Get people anticipated.
It's a binge world right now.
Just
give us all. Just give it all to us.
That stuff is such a damn culture, and it's so crazy.
But it's already done.
How long you think it's gonna be before everything is just released like on Netflix? Like for you know what I'm saying? Like how they just release like the whole season. Here, just watch it.
I think that's like a lot of stuff nowadays, especially with content. I think a lot of people now, you're able to do content your own way. You're able to just drop things like you're seeing TV and movies doing it a lot more now, music doing it a lot more, things like that. You know, we're all now going to this digital landscape that you're just able to, drop.
You know what the issue is though, which I still have not figured out how Netflix does it, but the issue is with advertising.
That's the one thing
I'm trying to figure out how to monetize all this shit.
Hulu has done a good job with it because now they're starting to really understand the advertising dollars with a lot of stuff. So now they're testing a lot of different things. They're going to start doing, the ad pause commercials with a lot of subscriptions starting this year along with AT&T. But that's something that they definitely don't do. They don't really do a lot of, monetization of their products and really just how the service works. So, but I think that's how they're able to do like all these big movies. Like I think with all the original content they do, and then the fact to get all this money coming into it is pretty nice. So that's also a good factor.
I know they make a lot of it with the subscription service, but I'm not sure if that adds up to being able to keep all these shows running, because at one point Netflix was in the red.
They were on the red for a
that's when ABC came in trying to like swoop them up so they can use them as their own content provider.
And that's why now you got a lot of ABC people coming.
Y'all intellectual minds want to answer my question now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't say.
How many years you think before to be?
Oh, that was part of the my answer though. It's like I'm not sure how many years. It's going to depend on advertising.
I'll say probably less than 5. To be honest,
I'm thinking about 5 or so.
I don't know because I still have not seen them figure out the solution. Like right now, they're still trying to catch up with the streaming product. Like everybody's trying to get their streaming service, but no one seems to be able to figure out how to monetize it.
Yeah,
all they're doing is raising the price of subscriptions.
Well, and that's why I was saying like with the Hulu and AT&T doing like I said with the commercials, when you pause a lot of the videos and stuff like that. If that does well, then that's gonna have other subscription services and stuff like that do that. Netflix would then start to do that because then it's like, oh, if they're doing it, it's like, oh, it's successful. Well, shit, we'll do that too. So people are gonna copy it. So it's gonna happen. That's why maybe within those 5 years. They'll figure it out. I think now they've mastered what people want and what they can create. Now it's like, how can we really start making this more of an advertising game? Because let's be real, advertisers are going to really start using this a lot more. So definitely once they figure it out, you'll start seeing that with a lot more advertisers. So it's just all a matter of plan. So
I don't know. It depends on what I see. Because I think they're going to start going back to in-show content. Using the actual movies to advertise products instead of like doing these commercials and shit, because it just hasn't been working. Yeah. Like we keep circumventing that whole process.
Like product placement.
Yeah, product placement for sure. Like if you go back to 2010, they started doing it hardcore in the TV shows.
It was ridiculous.
It was kind of funny, but
just a random can of Pepsi just there for no reason.
Like, what?
Or they just start discussing the car that they're driving in. Oh, this car. Seriously, watch Bones. You'll see this stuff happen in the episodes. It was crazy. I was like, it cracked me up, but I was there for it. Like, at least it's not circumventing my story, and I'm still in here. So, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that's going to be the telltale.
Yeah, so that's definitely one thing with regarding, Young Justice. So definitely big ups to them for getting all the accolades. So that is geek shit. So definitely a lot of good stuff going on in the geek world with regarding, video games, comic books. Oh, one thing I want to mention, I forgot to mention is on check-in. So I know we talked about the Game Awards last time, in regards to a couple of older games and premieres. For those who are interested to find out about the new details about Mortal Kombat 11, they're doing a review next Thursday. Yeah, on the 17th. So definitely check that out. They're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff going on, some character reveals, some storylines, some good.
What are they showing that on?
I'm not sure. I got the tweet on it, but basically they're probably gonna have it on either on the website or they're gonna probably put the information on their Twitter account. So just probably follow Mortal Kombat on their Twitter account. They do a lot of stuff like that. Ed Boon also. If you follow him, he also posts a lot of stuff about
He's a troll.
Kombat. I love him. He's awesome. When you are a creator, you can still be so irrelevant in culture. It's awesome. And then also Celeste. Cause I know we were talking about that winning best indie game. For those who have Xbox One, it's actually free for gold this month. I actually downloaded it last week and started playing it. Oh my god!
You seem very excited.
It's honestly.
Your addiction just
give really give
playing
give the game its things, give it its things, give it its coins. Honestly, it's what all that it was knocked up to be. It's a really good game. It's a really good platformer, especially if you remember a lot of retro platformers. It's really good. One thing I will say about this game, and I just say this to a lot of people who get frustrated, if you're not a person who likes to die a lot, because the purpose of the game is you die a lot, but the purpose of it is for you to learn how to play the game. So if you're someone who gets really upset for dying multiple times, you probably not want to play this. But honestly, the music,
YouTube channel,
the visuals, the gameplay is awesome.
Let me ask you a question. How you feel about Dark Souls?
Now playing Celeste, I will play Dark Souls.
I was about to say that's the exact same thing.
Honestly, now I get it, because it's like literally there are times when I'm playing Celeste, I'm like, God damn it, and I'm like, okay, and then like I get through it, and like I'm like, now I get it. It makes
you strategize, and now I kind of want to play Celeste now since it, since you say it's like that.
But honestly, it's really awesome, and then like the whole thing about the whole mental health thing, because I know we're gonna get to the next thing, but it's really awesome because you play a character named Madeline, and basically she suffers from anxiety disorder and panic attacks. So like basically the whole purpose of you climbing this mountain, Celeste Mountain, is to conquer your fears, but it's kind of like also like a little analogy about dealing with anxiety and dealing with those fears that you have. And like I just finished I think chapter 4, and literally like it was a moment in the game I damn near like had a moment. I don't typically cry on certain video games, but certain like cutscenes or gameplay, and for me it was really nice. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but basically long story short, you actually have like a kind of a panic attack during one of the chapters, and basically for anyone who kind of like in the situations, like long story short, you're like in this high ass gondola and you get stuck like high in the damn mountains, like high treetops, and you freak out. But basically you and another person is in the gondola, and they kind of like tells you to kind of like breathe. There's this technique that his grandfather taught him, basically to like imagine like there's a feather in front of you, and think of the feather like floating up and down. And what will you do basically is when you breathe in and out, you will kind of breathe in like how the feather will like blow up and down. And then how the gameplay works is kind of like you see this feather, and you kind of have to like keep the feather in the box as you're kind of like calming your character down. And for like a lot of people with anxiety and stuff like that, when you have like techniques or any kind of like algorithms to help you with that, that's a very good thing. So like the fact it was kind of like, yeah, you're doing this for the character, but this is something you can actually apply to real life, was amazing.
That's real. I mean, because I used to have panic attacks, and
I
teach myself how to breathe through it. So yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, and like I've had panic attacks before, so like, and I kind of still have them every now and then too. But like the fact like that happened, I was like, that's actually really awesome to kind of like show that. So yes, give Celeste their things, please. Like give them their things, please, because like it's like a really good game. So like,
I'll play it at some point because I do want to get an Xbox One.
It's on PS4.
Only just for
it's
a few
on
games.
PS4.
Huh?
It's on PS4. It's also on Switch. It's also on PC. It's a multi-platform game. They was not putting this as an exclusive. No, it's on all other systems. So it's just right now for Xbox One is free.
Damn, Xbox.
This is why I like them. I mean, I will honestly get a PlayStation 4 in the, like soon. But that honestly, that's the
Join
only reason
us.
why I keep. That's the only reason why I like Xbox.
To the dark side.
Be one of us.
It's not the dark side. It's just
it
convenience. It's really convenience. That's why I've kept an Xbox.
But cookies, we have alcohol.
Xbox does it? Horrible.
We have alcohol on the PSN.
Dead. So that
And
is
edibles.
So next thing we got going on with the tea, that's another story. We got the tea going on this week with your weekly hip hop and pop culture news. First thing we got going on. Okay. First thing we got going on is for the funk brother Boosie Collins.
Wait, say that again.
Fellow funk brother Boosie
yeah.
Collins.
It sounded like something else.
Fuck, brother.
I'm like, all right.
Not funk brother.
We going in.
Go on with your Robert Kelly shit.
I'm like, hello.
Perfect segue.
See, I
Right.
thought we were just making up for Tumblr. All right.
Wow, I'm about to say Tumblr's dead at this point.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. Honestly, the only thing they really took off Tumblr was a lot of black people.
Oh, good lord.
I still see a lot. I ain't even gonna just narrow it down to one nationality. I see a lot of everything else except a lot of black.
Oh lord. Well,
That's interesting.
anyway,
But that's for another
that's another
podcast.
topic. That's another conversation.
A whole nother deep dive.
Okay, Boosie Collins, as everyone knows, is probably one of the biggest bass players known to man, part of the greatest groups, Parliament Funkdelics. Basically, he has announced his retirement earlier this week. He had posted this on last Wednesday on his Facebook, and basically saying that he's retiring from all live shows.
Do it say how old he is?
He is 67.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Huh.
Yes. So basically, he said the time has come for me to tell all Funketeers that I will not be playing bass in concerts anymore. I decided to become a coach for up and coming musicians. I know you are disappointed.
what's up.
Just to think a moment how I
That's what you
feel.
should
No, give back.
Just pass the torch.
Yeah.
Doctor said too much pressure in my inner ear right
Other
hand.
artists should do that.
Yeah, I had to make up my mind, so I did.
He did it till he couldn't do it no more.
Basically.
That's how you should do it.
Yeah.
Basically. So, 2019, Cher Ping 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 will continue to funk from the studio, but not live playing bass on the stage. I know you got questions. I don't have answers. Maybe one day you two will understand.
The mothership has landed.
Just remember that this year will be the funkiest year of them all. Watch
get to
for
go
it.
home now?
Boot the baby. So, yeah,
You
basically.
finally came back from the fantastic voyage.
I was on the Fantastic Letdown.
Oh, well,
Please take me home.
Take me home. So that's definitely that's understandable. Definitely, that's something you should definitely pry on. A lot of other musicians, a lot of artists that our parents grew up with are now at their end, and it's kind of like to imagine to be in that era, like to see these, artists, healthy and everything. It's like. And it's not in a cryptic way of saying that, but like, let's be real, like.
No, that's why I said that's amazing. That's why I want to know how old he was.
So like, the man.
I've known him all my entire life.
Yeah. I got a funny George Clinton story. So
I'm scared.
So I went to the Up in Smoke tour, the Dr. Dre.
Wow, I would have never thought you'd go to something like that.
Oh, who knew?
Yeah.
So yeah, I went, and that's even a more funny story because now it's the Up in Smoke tour. Me and my homeboy, we showed up. We had an ounce, so we going up in there. He like, should we take the weed in there? Like, nigga, hell no. What the fuck wrong with you? I was young. This Up in Smoke back 2000.
That's where my mind is on this. Okay.
So wait. So we go. So we go in. The lights go out, right? The concert gets ready to start. All you seen was puffs of smoke everywhere. I was sick. But from that point on, every concert I went to, I had my stash. But anyway, the George Clinton story. So he's there at the, at the Dr. Dre concert. He goes on stage and everything, and does his thing. Concert over. Everybody's leaving. he's outside. So I actually get a chance to meet George Clinton. So I walk up to him and, hey, how you doing? Love your music, blah, blah, blah. Great to see you. Oh, man, it's nice. You know, blah. Gave me a hug. I wish he didn't.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
Why?
He definitely, they were always singing We Want the Funk. He was definitely with the funk that night. He definitely got it that night. So it was like, oh yeah, oh,
Damn.
Oh. Man, my mouth was open. What's wrong with you? But yeah, that's my little funny George Clinton story.
Lord. Well, this isn't the first.
The name has some kind of connotation.
Right.
Hey, they really lived their music.
They did.
Right?
They did.
Respect.
All right. So this is not the first. Okay. Wow. Speaking of Clinton, because this is not the first, Funkadelic member to retire. George Clinton did retire last May. He's actually currently on his final tour here in the States. So definitely, it's a big end of the era. But definitely we're glad that Boosie is going to be continuing on his legacy with grooming these up and coming musicians, so I'm very happy about that. And he's still be rocking out in the studio. So
baby.
You'll probably hear him on a lot more albums.
Yeah, baby, bubba.
Honestly, today is today. I'm happy hearing him on some more albums. Like I would love to start hearing people like having him like on the bass. Like I'm already like gagging at the possibilities.
No, I'm all about him mentoring.
That too,
that's what I'm all about.
I want to see the type of people that come from up under him.
Yes.
Like, we need more artists that have been out there and put their name out there, and
the industry is
just
changing
pass it on
in small strides, but it is in small strides. But yes, we need more. We need more of those people, especially our ancestors in the music industry. We need to have those definitely in those positions to help other musicians, upcoming musicians, to grow. So definitely that is true. Big up Bootsy. So next thing we got going on in the tea is Alicia Keys and a very controversial thing that occurred last Friday. So basically Alicia Keys, she had posted what was that?
That sour ass no shit. What performance was that? When I find the clip, I'll send it to you. It was some performance. And you know how Alicia Keys is. She playing and she getting
down, yeah.
And she tried to hit that note. That shit said and the internet ran wild with it. It was something. I didn't see the performance. I just saw the clip.
God. Ooh.
But the internet ran wild with it. They made all types of memes with it. When I find it, I'll send it to you.
Thank you. So basically, she has shared a photo and video with her son. She was performing a cover from XXXTentacion's post-Human's album Skins. It's a song called What Are You So Afraid Of? And she basically posted saying, such a vibe, big love to the talented XXXTentacion, gone too soon. Now, she did then delete that tweet because it got a lot of flack, and almost immediately a lot of people started giving their opinions. A lot of them was negative. A lot of people were saying, how could you support him? Well, how can you say all these? How can you support him? How can you sing his music? Other people thought people were being too cruel about the situation and saying, y'all being toxic. And
you need to get some backstory on that because even I had to delve into it.
So basically, people was basically calling her out for supporting an alleged abuser because
alleged.
Exactly.
And even after he died, after further investigation, the charges got dropped. So people got to stop until convicted. You know what I'm saying? Until tried and convicted. He actually did this, because we live in an age where, and not to shame actual victims, but sometimes females lie. So you know what I'm saying? People, they jump in the gun with that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, women do lie. Everybody can lie. So that's definitely a fact and some people, if they're trying to chase something, I think especially with today's time, is definitely more sensitive, and the fact that these allegations can't be just swept upon. But definitely, I think for that situation, especially with Alicia Keys saying that she's a quote unquote feminist, that's the reason why a lot of people got very conflicted, because why I can't be a feminist and support women, and then a woman actually got beaten up and possibly raped and sexually abused, and that's what people are kind of having that other disarray about, and that's why other people are saying you guys are thinking too deep into this, the other side.
It's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. I think Alicia Keys.
I don't feel she needed to take her tweet down.
She did it because of the backlash.
I know it's because of the backlash, but she could have put out a statement I don't know what this man may have done or may not have done. I just know that I enjoy this song and what it represents as it is. And
call it a day, and that's definitely the thing.
Until I see a surviving XXX Tentacion docu-series.
Right, and that's where it's a slippery slope, because then we have the whole R. Kelly... Oh God, Dante's pit of bullshit.
Not yet.
But yeah,
that's a damn shame how much shit can lead into that bowl of mess.
That's true.
I think bowl is way too small.
It is. It really is.
The bowl is too small. Oh God. So definitely, my thing about it, I definitely do think that's true. I think for a lot of people, they can lie about a situation, and definitely you should just take the song as is. I think a lot of people just have to understand that. Take the context out of it and just see what it is. We can't all
follow every particular aspect of an artist that's out there. Especially one that's...
Some people can't separate. Some people can't separate the art from the person.
X has his own niche.
That
everybody
raises an interesting question.
Everybody is not on X's wave. But anyway.
That raises an interesting question that I want to ask, but I want to wait until we cover the R. Kelly joint, because it concerns him.
Okay.
And the whole separating...
that's why I said it's a slippery slope.
Separating the man from the music.
It's definitely that thing. But we'll definitely get into that.
Let's study those lyrics in that case, though. But let's wait.
Wait.
He did a number on everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that, y'all. But next thing we got. Okay, push.
Moving along.
Next on the tee we have is Kevin Hart. Now Kevin Hart has had still a very interesting week since the whole controversy with his tweets and saying the anti-gay remarks. Now he had another press run, one for his movie coming out with about something in Breaking Bad, and as well as dude, but but basically he came to Ellen last week in regards to a couple of things going on with the controversy and him saying if he wanted to still do the Oscars or not. So at that time he was basically just talking about if he was going to reconsider being a host for the Oscars. Ellen basically had talked to him on the show and was saying she spoke with the Academy and was trying to kind of get him up for the Academy, saying we want him back basically, and they was oh yeah, we want him back basically. But at that time during the interview he was saying he wanted to reconsider it. Now he has said now he is not doing it.
To sponsor him, and
she trying to bridge the gap.
Okay.
I mean,
Ellen, in my opinion, and probably a lot of people's opinion in the community, Ellen is an ally, not just with the LGBT community. I mean, she obviously is of that, but I mean with black people, period. And what she's trying to do is she see the situation for what it is. He apologized before, this, that, and the other. They brought it up, this, that, and the other.
On the upside, that's what it was called.
He goes on Ellen, and then all of a sudden he issues the apology. You know what I'm saying? Again, and it's if you really lay out everything, you can really see what's going on.
Bryan Cranston, that was his name.
What about him?
No, because I was I could not remember who was along with the movie he's in. I was it's Bryan Cranston. That's who else who's on the upside.
That's
okay, I remember that.
Man's in there. Walter White.
So yes,
but yeah, if you really look at that situation, you can see. Yeah, he was Zordon too.
Yes.
You really see what's happening. Him and Ellen talk. She was like, "Look, it's a big look for you. All you got to do is say, whoop, whoop, whoop. I talk to the people." You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's how that conversation went.
Yeah, and basically, after that, he also mentioned that, it just wasn't enough time for him to, even prepare anything, so him, made a waste of space. So, it's that, and then he was on Good Morning America also, and basically he just said, "I'm done talking about it, I'm putting it behind me."
Yeah, I was about to say, don't go on no I'm sorry tour. I mean, to be honest, I really hate that he had to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Because he, just like, everybody got to allow people a chance to grow. You know what I'm saying? I could see if these tweets was from last year.
I'm not really a fan myself, but I'm just like, come on, there has to be some kind of.
It's almost 10 years ago. And it's I think a lot of people, and I was kind of talking about this with my folks, and I think we kind of touched about it last time. I think the biggest thing is we're now gotten to a culture where people want to hang things up on people. I think we especially see that with black celebrities, but I think we see that in general where people like to hang up old things up in their head.
I'm gonna even go as far as it's part and parcel of our culture, black culture. We want to tear. We want to tear us.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna generalize it even more than that. Social media has ruined everything because it has given everybody a voice. Everybody has a voice now. All it takes is for one tweet or whatever to go viral or whatever. Now everybody's tweeting about it. Now everybody has to issue an apology or whatever because people are tweeting. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, social media has really ruined everything. It's a good thing. It's one of them things. It's a double-edged sword.
Yes, it is.
I think it's so stupid though.
But that's what happens when you give too many people.
They're playing that whole Nielsen aspect.
I'm sorry,
individuals.
I'm sorry. Everybody don't deserve a platform.
That's true.
They just don't. And it's because of the type of person that they are. You know what I'm saying? That just, if you're the type of person that just do ill shit off the cuff, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of person you're gonna be on social media. You got people making fake accounts just to troll people and talk about people and do this,
nasty. It's just why?
It's allowing social media, just like I say in that song, social media allows everybody to be who they want to be, not who they are. Very few people on social media be who they are.
That's still true. So he has said he is doubling down on him not hosting the Oscars, and the Oscars has officially confirmed that the 91st Academy Awards will be host free. So that is at this point what's going on. Hopefully he'll get another opportunity. I think Kevin will definitely get another opportunity. I've just felt like it just never was in the cards, because if this never happened, I think things would just went by really well. So I just think it just wasn't in the universe for him to host this year, but definitely he'll host soon. He's definitely material. He knows now he's in mainstream. He's in GPIs now. He knows that. He's aware of that. That's why now he's starting to kind of clean a lot of the stuff he's doing. He's aware.
He didn't get to where he is now by not knowing that you have to know how to dance.
He's aware. So now and my thing is for a lot of people, and I know
you have to use that connotation.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. I don't mean dance, but play the game.
You know how I feel about
play the game. I didn't mean shucking and jiving, but you got to know how to play the game.
That's for wild million.
I'll step out of this one.
Tap dancing for wild. So yeah, it's definitely a fun time with that, but so definitely with Kevin Hart, we hope good things come with you, man. Definitely this gets you into other spaces, especially. So definitely. So basically we got next thing going on with the tea is we have Coachella news. So Coachella 2019 is on the horizon in April, and they have announced their lineup for the 3-day weekend. Now a lot of good names have came over here this year for Coachella. So this year for the headliners for Coachella 2019, we have Childish Gambino doing the Friday shows, we have Tame Impala doing the Saturday shows, and Ariana Grande headlining the Sunday shows. Now Coachella will be running from from April 12th to the 21st. The 12th and 19th for Friday, 13th and 20th for Saturday, 14th and 21st for Sunday. Now, along with the main headliners, there's a very solid, I think, very, very solid supporting acts for all 3 days. You got great acts like Janelle Monáe, Anderson .Paak, her, Ella Mai, Lizzo, freaking Idris Elba. If y'all don't know, he is a DJ. He is going to be doing Coachella.
I had to stop. Like, what?
Gucci Gang is also going to be on Coachella, which we found out is a super group which consists of Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, and Gucci Mane. So they're also going to be on Coachella. It's a pretty interesting group. Ari Lennox, I think Ari Lennox, if I saw her, was on there as well. Tierra Whack is also going to be on there as well. So there's a lot of good people.
I need her to change her name. Tierra Whack.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
like that sounds like a diss. Like,
right.
Hey, Tierra Whack.
She knows. No, she's aware.
But
she knows she's. I like her because she kind of like she is a kind of play on word. Because it's like I feel like this. If you
see that lyrical to play and flip off, I need to check her out there.
I like her.
Because if she could take that and play and flip, I need to check her out there.
I like her. Blackpink is also going to be on Coachella as well. That makes them the first K-pop group.
What was the name again?
So is Blue Green gonna be there?
You ain't shit.
I was
Blackpink.
I was in a different.
Listen, y'all don't. You don't want to come for that. You don't want to come for their fandom now.
Is that Black and Pink or Blackpink
together? Blackpink.
Wow.
Is this like an analogy? Or?
No, that's just the name of the group. So they're a female K-pop group. They're
sounds like an analogy even more.
Artists artists, creators, whatever you want to are, whatever you want to be. In 2019, can we be just a tad bit more creative with our names and monikers? I don't know about brands?
That. Can we be a little bit more tactful with it? I don't know.
Well, I got to see what this group consists of before I take it there.
So they have a song out that was pretty popular last year called "Do Do 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 Do." That yes.
What is it called?
Do 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 Do. So D-U-U-D-U-U-D-U-U-U-U.
So Blackpink.
Is this a black female group?
No, they're a K-pop group.
Okay.
Kids.
Korean pop.
Oh, Korean pop. This whole time I thought K-pop meant kitty pop.
No. It's Korean pop. Love, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm a little behind on some things. Hey, it's a lot of shit to keep up with nowadays.
And next to like Latino rap and Mexican music, like being on the uprise, like Latin pop and Latin rap, K-pop is probably the fastest like genre now streaming.
How's music gotten so segregated? Like.
Hasn't gotten more segregated. If anything, I think it got more universal. Like a lot of people just listen to everything else.
Yeah,
okay. I'm about to say, damn. I was like, damn. Like got the only pockets, but it's a lot of good stuff. Burna Boy, which is an Afrobeat artist, he's going to be on there. Blood Orange, Playboy Cardi, a lot of good people actually. We got Bad Bunny, which is also, like I said, a Latino rapper. So it's really nice. You got a lot of good variety.
Like the first 6 names that you named, I would want to go see.
Right, and then you said Bad Bunny.
And then, and then after that, it was like I would need all of them 6 people to be there one day.
Khalid would be there. Khaled's going to be on the Sunday shows.
I would have to need. Damn, see, that's my thing. It would they would the people that I want to see. They would put some on Friday.
Solange is on Saturday. Kid Cudi's on Saturday. Aphex Twin.
At some point in time, I want to go to a Coachella.
I do want to go. Now more than ever, definitely. You got a lot more R&B and hip hop acts. Like I said, this is probably the most balanced because you got a lot of electro acts, R&B and hip hop acts. Now you got a lot of international acts, which is pretty nice. And the headliners is pretty nice. I'm happy Childish Gambino is being headliner for Coachella. Ariana actually is now the 4th consecutive female headliner being Coachella. She is also now the youngest. Being 25, being the youngest headliner for Coachella.
Notice how he gives Ariana way more press than anybody else.
Listen, it is Ariana's world. Listen, someone said this on Twitter, and I say this is true. We are in Ariana's world, and we're living in this shit. That's
only his opinion.
That is my opinion. It is subjective. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm just proud of her. She's really
She killing it. She killing it.
She's really have like grown as just a person and artist.
Now.
She has what?
Diction. Yeah, she does. No, I know that's not lying.
You got just
Here's
like,
the thing.
Just like
first album, I did not know what the hell she was saying.
Just like I said, you gotta allow everybody chance to grow. Remember Real Love, Mary J. Blige?
Don't come for me.
I'm just saying, let's be objective. Let's be objective. I love that was my shit. The whole bop and all that, but Mary
I'm not a blind fan. Okay,
Mary wasn't the best vocalist when she first came out.
She was not.
But she grew into the queen. I'm sorry. It's just subjective. It's subjective.
Listen, I feel you can't I feel like you can be a supporter and be a good fan and understand what your artist can do in lack of. That makes a realistic person. So
certain vocal things.
but certain things can't be done. So that's what I'm saying. I'm loving her growth. So definitely big up to Ariana. So I'm definitely excited. But yeah, Coachella looks like it's gonna be a really dope time. We're gonna see what's going on. Now, real quick before we move on, just a little side note about Coachella. Kanye and Justin Timberlake were actually supposed to be on Coachella this year, but
then they realized Justin's album was booty, so they just get the fuck on.
Yeah, that's true.
He
and then of
didn't
course,
have to perform nothing from that trash. He could have performed the whole 2020 experience.
And Future Sex Love Sounds. And Justified.
He got cataloged. Just his last album was trash.
Sucky. Yes, that's the thing. That is it.
All about being current.
A lot of people are saying Bruno Mars got him out of here. A lot of people are saying once Bruno Mars came out, he couldn't really compete.
I mean, if you can sing a few extra octaves and dance better, that kind of happens.
And a band that
slays. I love Bruno Mars, but you think he could dance better than Justin?
Easily.
Ooh.
Without any hesitation, without any pause, without any
I've seen
feeling in the way about anything I'm saying. Yes,
I would just say.
Now I haven't been to a Bruno Mars concert.
It's dope. His band slays.
I've been to a Justin Timberlake
fucking
concert.
hard. Fucking
the Tennessee
core.
Kids. No, Bruno band ain't got shit on Tennessee Kids. Okay. Because I know that's his band name, the Tennessee Kids.
Honestly,
they
band make him look good.
But that's what an artist is supposed to have. It's the same thing with Prince and his band.
I'm just talking about dance.
Everybody in the band.
I'm just talking about dancing.
Yes.
He got he got a little swag or whatever. But when you really get into his dance moves, they real basic. You don't really know everything I've seen on TV and fucking.
Check him out in rehearsals and YouTube and all that kind of shit.
I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying that. I'm just from what I see from performance. From
even his performance, his live acts are way better.
No. Don't get me wrong. Because of his music is liver than Justin's. No, I get that.
I'm just talking about performance.
I'm just talking about pure dance.
Yes, he's better than Justin.
I'm gonna have to look up some dance videos. I don't see it.
I'm sorry. Justin just does the same old shit. I'm doing these movements like this, and I got people doing the music with me, and that's all it is.
No, definitely it's a good thing. Definitely Bruno has worked hard. So definitely Bruno has definitely done very well.
Not trying to take nothing.
Sorry to hijack the show.
Oh, you good,
no, that's what it's for.
Yeah,
conversation.
That's what it's for. Exactly. Conversations, y'all. So, but no, I'm really excited for this Coachella. So it's really awesome. So we're gonna start with the first delving, I guess would be the best way to say it, is delving into the whole R. Kelly situation. The last part of the tea, this is in regards to Chance and in regards to him checking out the docuseries on Lifetime Surviving R. Kelly. Now this came out last weekend in regards to last week, I'm sorry, in regards to the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries that premiered on Lifetime. This is going to be a 6-part docuseries talking about all the allegations of Robert Kelly. Now, Chance the Rapper, he actually had basically talked about his take on it and he actually did a song with R. Kelly for I think one of his projects actually, and he was just pretty much talking about it to a publication, saying that it was a mistake writing with him. Now, this basically was spoken upon. He just kind of quoted saying, at the time, it wasn't even present in my mind that people could feel any type of way about his presence on a track of mine. I think for a long time, I was only able to understand his situation and presence in the world when it comes down to his trial and accusations and his accusers as a victim. I don't know if that was because I'm from Chicago, or because he made good music, or because he was a black man. Typically, we're programmed to really be hypersensitive and kind of saying these things in regards to how we put black women in a certain aspect than other people, and saying he felt. Now there was a quote basically where he said, where maybe I didn't care because I didn't value the accuser's stories because they were black women. And basically that was a quote that a lot of people got flack from him about. He actually clarified that on his Twitter and saying that it was taken context. And he did say, he said that it was taken out of context. The quote was taken out of context. And then basically he kind of just did it as an apology for anyone who was under R. Kelly. And he basically just said, but the truth is, any of us who ever ignored R. Kelly's stories or ever believed he was being set up or attacked by the system, as black men often are, were doing so at the detriment of black women and girls. He wrote in his Twitter post and apologized to all his survivors for working with him and for taking so long to speak out.
I have a piece of advice for Chance. Shut the fuck up. And I say that because the reason you opened your mouth, you had to apologize and backtrack because you misspoke. There are some people who are looking to attach on to this thing to gain a little bit of notoriety. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Chance even you young, you from Chicago. We know why you did a song with R. Kelly. We didn't need you to apologize and all of that and say it was a mistake and all. Okay, we get it. Unfortunately, he falls in my category of people that's just trying to latch on to this to gain a little bit of notoriety for themselves. I mean, yeah, you can say all of the right things. Yeah, stand up for women. Yeah, say all the right things, but really, what did, other than him doing there? So does that mean everybody that's done a song with R. Kelly owes us an apology?
No, I agree with you to a point. I don't take chances doing that just for publicity. From my knowledge of his music and what I've heard, he's very
he's very positive. He's very positive and all of that. Yeah.
Because of this, he felt like, okay, I should say something.
R. Kelly has written gospel songs. R. Kelly has worked with the best of them. So does everybody who's done that now owe us an apology?
I agree with you. I just didn't agree with you saying that Chance was doing it for publicity.
I mean, other than him doing a song with him that hundreds of people have done, what reason did he have to open his mouth to attach it to himself?
No, he didn't. I just think he just felt like he should.
People have the right. I think a lot of people just feel some kind of way about it. Right. I mean, you have people like John Legend.
I only watched
on the
half of the first series, and I was just like, if I was attached to anything like that, I would have been like, oh my god.
He's on the documentary. He said that on the documentary, right. And see, that was enough. Like you said it on. He was on the last part 6 on the last, and he said it on the documentary. Mm-hmm. But also, okay, I kind of get it. That's why.
Then he had to follow up. Yeah, so he had to clean up what was said.
He had to make sure he backtracked.
He went on the documentary saying him going on there saying, okay, I'm from Chicago, blah blah blah. It's nasty, blah blah blah. That was cool. The whole, I just don't get the whole. The song I did with him was a mistake, and no, it wasn't. Because it's either one or three things. You're an aspiring artist from Chicago, You know what I'm saying? And this man, I'm sorry, he has made great music. Right. Despite his nastiness, he has made great music. So you're an aspiring artist from Chicago who wants to work with the hometown hero. Understandable. You are young, so you don't really. We're older. So we've known about this from the beginning. To be honest, this whole surviving R. Kelly thing, I'm kind of like, why now? Like, yeah, I mean, like, been forever. It should have been when he married Leah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's before he became this megastar.
That's understandable.
They should have nipped it in the bud in the beginning. Not to say don't do it at all, but I'm just saying everybody's acting so surprised. We knew this from the beginning.
I think it goes.
That was my thing. Like,
that's why I have. That's why I kind of have my opinions about it, like towards the end. But that's
and we all guilty.
We
was all dancing and loving the music.
Listen,
we didn't want to believe it.
You know, that's true.
No, I believed it to an extent. I just thought it was over with Aaliyah. That was my thing.
Well, what did you think when the tape came out?
I thought the tape was old. I wasn't sure what the time period was with that.
I'm gonna reel that in because that's gonna be for later on.
Then seeing what was on the
Let's
tape,
just reel that in for later on.
I don't know.
So with that in mind, with Chance the Rapper, and hopefully, you know, this just be the end. Then you just focus on music, bro. I love you, so I get it. Like I understand that you know this has been going on. Being in Chicago is a very interesting feel because it's someone from your city and you know that's someone that you looked up to. I think that anybody has that feeling, they will be in that same shoes, so I definitely understand. But basically that's it going on with the tea in regards to this week's pop and hip-hop culture news. So going over to BeatsShit in regards to music coming out this past week. A couple stuff came out during the first week of January, which was really nice. One cool thing for those who has the Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack, I didn't know this D'Angelo song Unshaken actually had released on streaming services on Friday, so that was pretty cool.
Red Dead Redemption soundtrack is dope. And just from playing the game, it was plenty of times where I just be riding on my horse and I hear the music like, oh shit. Like this is some Red Dead hip hop, right? Like that soundtrack was dope.
Come through horse, yeah. So definitely Rockstar does a really good job with that, and definitely for D'Angelo, that gives him a little coin now for having that on streaming services. So big subs with him. Other people had released some new stuff. Lizzo, which is a rapper that I love. I love her. She just released Juice this past week, which is really dope. And she released the video. I love it.
I missed her last year too. I want to see her.
Yeah, I did too. She's definitely dope. Also, No Name had released some stuff this week. I know she had performed on Fallon this past week. I think yesterday or so with it was her, Shmino, and Saba. It was one of the songs that they have on her project that just came out recently. Chris Brown, he actually released some stuff this past week. I know
Wait, new stuff or just stuff off the last compilation, the last album?
No name on Chris Brown.
Huh?
No name on Chris Brown.
No,
it's brand new music. Brand new.
Why?
That new.
Why?
He got the new.
That triple. What is it? How many albums was that?
3.
Three? There's enough stuff content on that to just be going for like the next 3-4 years.
No. So
people talked about that album for what? A month maybe?
I'm still discovering stuff off the album I'm enjoying.
Yeah, it's a brand new project.
I still have not listened to it.
Really?
It's too much.
There's a lot of
you actually have been in the car with me, but
I mean, yeah, but
I don't know. That's a bit much. He has actually re-signed a new contract with RCA. RCA has been his label now ever since I think the Fortune album. So he actually just signed a new contract with RCA, which actually is pretty cool. He actually got the acquisition of his masters. So that does make him one of the one of the youngest artists to get his masters with this new deal with RCA. So it sounds like some good stuff is going to happen, right? I was like, so that's good. So it's called Undecided. That is the new single he got going on. Shaka Khan had released music, which I was surprised about this past week as well. Which is always good to hear from a legend.
Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan is called Hollow Happiness.
Shaka Khan.
Chaka Khan.
More podcast juice.
Yeah, pull me a little more, thank you.
Give me that podcast juice.
Horrible. So a couple other people. Calvin Harris also dropped some new stuff along with Benny Blanco and Miguel. That was a good video as well. Paul McCarthy dropped some stuff as well. Mike Posner. Mike Posner actually.
Really? I haven't heard his name in a minute.
He has been dropping some new music. He has. I can't remember what song was it. He dropped something. Stuck in the Middle. Actually, that's what it was. That came out I think 2 months ago. That I heard. It was actually pretty nice. It sounds like he's kind of going to like more guitar based stuff. So like for those who kind of know Mike Posner, he done like a lot of electronic, more produced stuff, and then he's done like a lot of stripped back stuff, which I like both his stuff. I do like his stripped back stuff a lot more. He's kind of going more into that end of the stripped back, like guitar based stuff. So dude grew out his hair like it's like Jew like now. It's kind of
got the Jew fro going.
Yeah, and no, I don't mean that to like offend any Jews, but like it's like low key, like a little like afro. I was
the
like,
Jews know it's a thing too.
So I was like, so next thing.
That's another thing we got to do in 2018, 2019, and beyond. Stop being so fucking sensitive.
Like, yeah, that's one thing. Hopefully that like people just kind of just take the context as is and not feeling it. And
if somebody's trying to offend you.
I think people also don't know people's like intentions, and I think that's the other thing. It's like for you guys at this point. At this point, hopefully you guys know like we are good folks. So like we don't intentionally mean to like hurt people or shit.
I feel
like
this disclaimer is for me mainly.
like from now on, this is disclaimer for everyone from this point on.
Right.
Like anything that you might be offended by, this is a disclaimer. We don't mean it.
We
didn't mean it that way.
Okay. But definitely, it sounds like, January is already being a good week. I know this coming Friday, you got a lot of stuff coming from Kalani. I know Imani and Sam Smith got a song coming out. Billie Eilish just dropped her song just today. There's a couple of people who got some. Yes, Billie Eilish. She is kind of.
I said Billy Idol. I was joking.
Who rolled him out?
Right. Where did he came from? Oh. So yeah, definitely.
Songs with the other boy.
So yeah, this 2019 I'm excited for the music escape for sure. So we got personal songs of the week. We talk about songs that we've been bopping through this week in regards to just stuff we've been listening to. Eric, do you have your song of the week?
Yeah.
I thought we did this at the end.
You with the phone, lean back. My song of the week stemmed from I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast on Saturday. Saturday is the day that they do old school songs for their sleepers, and Rory pulled one out the bag, a song that I love, and ever since he put it out in the air, I gotta give him his props, so it ain't like I'm just biting off of him, you know what I'm saying? But he pulled this song out the bag that I love, and it's Devin the Dude featuring Andre 3000, and it's one of the best Andre 3000 verses that you will ever hear. I'm gonna put the link to the songs of the week in the description, so y'all can definitely check it out. But when you hear it, just listen to it. Actually, Snoop Dogg was on there too.
Oh, nice.
And it's called "What a Job," and they talking about being an artist, like what a job this is, this thing that we do. And Andre 3000 goes in and talks about. First, he talks about how hard we work to do this music, and people think that we so rich, and no, it's like it's a job. If I don't do this, I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? So he talk about people bootlegging, like how would you feel if I came to your job and took some corn off your corn on the cob? You know what I'm saying? Like then he started talking about how people come up to him and talk about how they influence the people, letting them know how him and Outkast influenced the people and this, that, and the, it's just a dope ass verse. But the song is dope. So that's my song of the week because I've been playing it ever since he put it back in my head. So it's Devin the Dude called "What a Job."
Okay. Also, okay, definitely I'll check that out. Sounds nice. Definitely 11-3 stack verse, so that's great. And I heard that about Devin the Dude a couple times, so that's actually really nice.
Yeah, he's for the weed smokers. So okay. you would like him.
Oh, okay. So definitely I'll check that out. So for my song of the week, it was a big ass toss up actually what I want to hear. There's been like a lot of stuff kind of like simmering in my mind, but I think after like today I kind of verified like the song. So this is actually a very wild card pick for me, but I love the song. It's Backin' It Up by Pardison, Fontaine, and Cardi B. That has been in my like.
Wait, who's all on this track?
It's Pardison, Fontaine, and Cardi B. Pardison, Fontaine, for those who don't know, is actually Cardi B's ghostwriter, but he also is a rapper as well.
That's his name, Pardison Fontaine. Okay, I thought you were saying Pardison and Fontaine.
No, that's like his name. That's his name is Pardison Fontaine.
Okay.
So, and I'll give the runner up. Like, I'll leave the link for the runner up after. But the runner up was actually Tiffany Evans. It's a new song she got called Switch Up. But the reason why this is my song of the week literally is a very aggressive ass track. Pardison Fontaine, like I said, is Cardi B's ghostwriter. Allegedly, some people have already confirmed it, but allegedly he has wrote some songs for her. But basically, it's just this very like cocky ass song, and basically his verse and the whole production about it just like it rocks, it flows. The chorus and the hook for me is like the reason why I like it. Just I know how to get a bag, yeah. I know how to make a bitch mad. Just like the way how the song goes. Like for me, I like rap songs like that. Can kind of just get me like in the mood.
Melody.
Yeah, and I'm a melody kind of guy. I like that. So like the fact like I can just rock with the song. And Cardi B's verse is not bad either. It kind of it's funny because like she kind of it's odd that I'm saying this, but when she kind of talks on the song, I can kind of see why she did the Left Eye outfit on Coachella, because it kind of sounds like she was kind of like getting a Left Eye kind of voice on that verse on the song, which is interesting. But the song is dope. Definitely it's something to get the crowd going. It's definitely a party song. I typically do like playlists during my birthday, and I'm kind of already getting that together, so that's actually one on my playlist. So definitely that is my song of the week. It's called Backin' It Up by Pardison Fontaine featuring Cardi B.
That's what's up. Well, I'll check it out.
Definitely it's a good song. So
you got one?
Yeah, Cole, do you have a song of the week?
Okay. I'm not sure if mine is old or not, but it's from of all people, Lil Wayne. Off the last album, Carter 5.
Well, yeah, it is old because Carter 5 was like done like 100 years ago.
Yeah, anyway. Well, I went on the road trip, and I consumed a lot of music, so I just put shit on random. So this drive was long enough, so I got to hear a lot of shit.
That's the best time to listen to music.
Right.
Yeah.
So Dark Side of the Moon popped on.
Oh yes.
And I was instantly taken by it. For one, I'm a space boy, and I love any songs that have like space themes to it. But what caught me immediately, even through the distorted auto-tune Lil Wayne-ness of it all, the vivid pictures that he painted with how he spoke in the song. Like just talking about looking out the window and the reflection of actually the sun from the picture that he was looking at, just the way he just went into this verse, it just had me from there. And the song, I guess, could be interpreted in a lot of different ways. It could be interpreted in loss of love, maybe like losing somebody in your life. And
Birdman. Birdman.
Wow, maybe Birdman. Anyway, but it was just the eloquence in which he spoke, which is weird saying this.
No, Lil Wayne, he's a wordsmith.
And I had to recognize that in the song.
When he wants to.
He's one all the time. It's just everybody don't always like the way that take what's the song with Swiss Uproar. What they redid Special Delivery. Mm-hmm. That's one of the songs where he ain't doing nothing but rhyming a bunch of shit, a bunch of metaphors together. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a wordsmith, but when he tries to deliver a message, that he shines even more.
And I can't deny it in this. He was using wordplay. He was using analogies. And it was all basically, I'm missing this person and I'm waiting to be with them. And it had a feature with Nicki Minaj, who, I don't know, I don't think her singing gets any credit.
She's a dope singer.
She could, when here's the thing, I like Nicki on some tracks when she sings, and some stuff she doesn't.
A couple she tries to
Dark
do
Side of the Moon, that was probably one of her better ones. There's the one with her and Zayn that she has on his new album that's actually not bad either, that her vocals are pretty nice. When she does the vocals right, she can actually sing a very good tune. And then other stuff, I think, because she feels like, and I feel this with anyone, when you feel like you're an artist and you can do certain things, you feel like you want to put your hand in everything, and that's Nicki. If she can do it, she's gonna do it. Even if it doesn't sound maybe pleasing to others, she's going to do it. But she can sing when she can. I like it when she can. Like, I like rappers, especially female rappers, who can do stuff like that. Like, because it's using your voice.
Like, usually when she does her songs, it's tonally pleasing. There's not always an emotion.
$5 words tonight.
It's not usually something that grasps you emotionally.
Yeah.
But her delivery in this showed conviction to the lyrics.
Okay.
And it really grabbed me.
Come on, tonality, yes.
Especially in the context of why I was making this trip, and it got to me, and I've been playing that song on repeat ever since. So.
Okay, definitely that's a good one. Definitely.
That was kind of a sleeper off the album. If you listen to it, it's kind of almost out of place.
Yeah.
Because it's further in the album.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So definitely, those are our songs of the week, guys. Definitely check those out. I will be placing those over on the description links. So definitely get that going. So next thing we're going to get into it is Black Excellence. So Black Excellence going on this week. First thing we want to talk about is in regards to the Louvre. The Louvre has had actually a very successful year going on. What? I said the Louvre.
It's like you said the load, then you said the lube. I'm just like, what's happening in this podcast?
The Louvre. Yeah, the Musée de Louvre.
The Louvre, okay. Not the lube.
Not the lube, no.
You're the only person that thought that.
Okay.
No. I mean, we just got off Nicki Minaj, too.
Yes. So
bring the lube in anyway.
Yeah.
With the Louvre,
I was trying to remember. Fuck 'em, bring the lube in.
I love it. So they had actually a pretty good year. They had the largest increase of visitors this past year, 2018. Now, this has not been done by no other museum in the world. They actually had 10.2 million visitors visit the Louvre last year, which is a 25% growth to 2017. Now, on a statement, they actually credit a couple of reasons why, and the reason why is on Black
Excellence. No, go ahead.
So, basically, one reason why is they actually acknowledged the Carter's video Ape Shit coming out this past year. They pretty much attributed to that reason why a lot of people went by.
You got to say what they did. Like,
now, if y'all have,
Do you need to take over?
The Ape Shit video. The Ape Shit video already has 150 million views, and if everybody know the video by now, they're in the Louvre.
They bought the Louvre.
Yes.
For the
video.
Oh.
Yes.
They bought it.
Yes, to film Ape Shit. No one can come in.
How much did that cost?
Billions. Not billions, but millions. That's some millions for sure. So for the fact they got it for a day, that was one attribution why the Louvre got a lot of visitors, but they also credit to a couple of reasons why too. They
done so much more with their money though. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy.
Hey,
you could have done so much more with their money though.
They do.
I'm gonna be that guy.
I need to show you the Rockefeller tree.
Whoop. All right.
And I'm more so talking about the bottom of it because you got to go through the record labels, the liquors, the Armadales, and all that.
Just
but
for,
then when
just
you
for
get
this
down,
moment, though, I'm just saying you could have done more with that.
I mean, come on, you can't do. All right, you work this hard, you make all this money, you got to throw all of it to charity. When do you get a chance to enjoy yourself?
I can do anything.
I mean, like this man got quiet philanthropy companies, and like
I'm just a different cat. I'm sorry.
Hey, some people definitely.
So you become a billionaire.
I can't do anything with all that money. No, I mean, I would just.
Cole, think about it. This man is a billionaire and he's living like he's not health wise. I don't think he's about to die.
Oh,
so all right, so he got all of these businesses and he do quiet charity, this, that, and the other. When do you get a chance to enjoy the fruits of your labor?
Boom.
I mean, you can. I'm just like, that's just, you need that.
But look what it did. Look what it did. It was for an album. It was for the video. They got honestly, I'm pretty sure they made money off of
that you heard about
all of that. So it's.
I'm sorry, I was just like singing all the songs off the damn album.
I can think of a few things I'll spend $1 million on if I was a billionaire. Like, I would love to go to the mall one time and spend $1 million.
I'm just a different cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff now, but they had other stuff going on with the Louvre as well.
I can think of some things you'll spend $1 million on. We'll talk about it after the podcast.
So
that will be one. Yeah.
So the president director Jean-Luc Martinez was very excited to hear about this. She says our goal is not so much to attract more visitors as to provide better visiting conditions. They've done other stuff with the museum, such as clearer signage, translation of text, and as well as a improved quality of visitor reception. So definitely they've done a lot of good stuff for the museum itself to get more popular. They introduced time slot events now, so time slot tickets. So basically now you can put in a time when you want to go into the museum, which is pretty nice. They've actually recently renewed their vows. Wow, I did not know how to say vows. Vows.
I was about to say they what?
Vows?
This entire podcast is getting really questionable.
Not questionable.
Problematic? Suspect.
Not suspect. So they renewed their vows over the weekend in regards to their wedding and vows. So they've just celebrated their 10-year anniversary and they had to renew their vows and they undisclosed location. So that's really nice. So that's really nice for Jay-Z and Beyonce, especially being a contributor. They had some other exhibits as well at the Louvre that also brought a lot of attraction. So definitely that's really nice. One, the video not only to have such influence, but then also being able to be a good thing for the museum itself. So that's really nice.
I was busting a bunch of kids to take it out. This is what you're not being given access to.
So yeah, that's definitely a good thing. So next thing we got going on with Black Excellence is with the highest earning actor here in 2018, and that is Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright has been named the highest box office earner of 2018. Now, actually, Letitia has had a very good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Well, yeah, Letitia actually had a pretty good 2018. She was in over about 4 or 5 films actually. Not only with Black Panther, but she was also with Infinity War. She was actually also
she was in Infinity War.
Yeah, she was.
As who?
As Shuri.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry.
She was also already Player One, so for those who saw Ready Player One, it's actually a pretty good movie.
I'm scared to watch it because I love the book so much, and I don't see them putting in the stuff that I enjoyed about the book in the movie.
I didn't read the book, but I like the fact they put so many references, like pop culture references. So I think if you still like the pop culture references,
like the pop culture references are more current than what is actually in the book from what I got from the trailer.
And don't y'all at me either. I'm horrible with names and birthdays too. So that's
I know he still didn't know what my birthday is either, and it's kind of like right around the corner.
Yeah, I remember y'all talking about it.
I know. I'm about to say we'll be
His birthday
recording
same as
on
Aaliyah's,
said,
by the way.
right. I'm about to say we'll be recording on said birthday too. So yes. So she was also on The Commuter, which was a movie that came out like in January, the same time this past year. Yeah. So she earned a whopping $1.55 billion.
Really?
That's what's up.
And she basically
Are you serious?
Yes.
Seriously?
She beat all her male counterparts, including her Black Panther cast, which is number 2.
And the fucked up part about that is she earned $1 billion, but that won't make her worth $1 billion.
All right.
That's the fucked up part about it.
Yeah,
okay.
The shit.
So that's the thing about it too.
But damn, that's
impressive as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I love you.
Go Shuri.
Right.
And look, the fucked up thing about it, she look at me right in my fucking face.
Like
Funko Pop World.
Okay. So definitely big ups to Letitia. Now she is behind her Black cast, like I said, Black Panther cast, which that consists
she comes back as Black Panther.
Right, which comprise Chadwick Boseman, Winston Duke, Danai Gurria, Flores Kasumba, and Sebastian Stan. They come in at $1.38 billion. Below that is Samuel Jackson that comes out with $1.29, Chris Pratt at $1.1, and Josh Brolin at $8 billion itself. Now she actually has said on Twitter her response to the new accolade. Apparently she hasn't seen that money yet, so she just tweeted saying, "Dope, just deposit that amount to my bank account."
Right.
Emojis.
Can I just get the interest?
Winston Duke also replied to her saying, "Yes, sis, let's get our cut."
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's get that. Give us our millions and millions, please. Mm-hmm. So, big up to the Black Panther cast, and please, and big up to Letitia Wright. Definitely, she's being the it girl in Hollywood. I'd see her definitely get a lot bigger roles as well. So, definitely big up to Letitia, especially with that. So, last thing going on with Black Excellence we have going on is a new initiative in New Jersey schools for middle schoolers. Now, a literacy bill has actually been approved and signed in New Jersey. Is called the Financial Literacy Bill A1414. This was comprised by financial educator Tiffany the Budgetista Alish. She actually runs a website with financial help and assistance, and Assemblewoman Angela McKnight. They worked and drafted and advocated this literacy bill so they can help children get into the curve of, learning about finances and expenses and, being able to deal with debt as adults. So this bill will require school districts to incorporate a financial literacy instruction to curriculums for those students enrolled in grades 6 through 8. Now they'll be presented with financial information that has the potential to change the course of their lives by preparing them to proper evaluate their...
Does it give any details about what this bill...
So basically, yeah. So basically, the school districts, they will have to make sure that they talk about financial literacy. So that could be about bills, debt management, finances. But basically, they're now requiring this for middle schoolers to know, hey, you need to learn how to balance a check. Hey, you need to learn how to deal with bills and taxes. You need to figure stuff like that out. So this was first introduced by Midnight back in 2016. They got co-sponsorship from Democrats Nicholas Shavaratoli, Ileana Piner-Marin, Jamil Holly, Benji Wimberly, and Annette Cuano. Hopefully I said all y'all names right, I'm sorry. A1414 was signed into law by the acting governor, Sheila Oliver. She is also the first ever black lieutenant governor. This past Thursday at PS 34 President Barack Obama School. So they basically said in the press release, financial literacy is important. It should be an essential part of every school curriculum because it's a critical score needed for success in adulthood. Yes, so they are definitely making the leaps. Yes.
The community that thrives on being hood rich. I wish this was like a regular part of our curriculum. Learning how to actually manage our money and further ourselves in this bullshit realm of
it's definitely good to learn about that. Yeah, I'm starting for me, there was some things I've learned from school about financial literacy, but I didn't really take that in stride more until I got into college and my own adult life. And now I'm just kind of learning it myself about certain things. So
I had to fall into it. After getting so many damn pitfalls, I had to realize I had to sacrifice a bunch of shit to start getting ahead.
Yeah, you gotta make those leaps. So definitely be grateful where you guys are at, and definitely be grateful. For the middle schoolers, definitely this is gonna be a good deal for you guys to learn that stuff. So definitely take that in stride. So big ups to the two women in regards to that. We definitely appreciate that, and I'm giving that power and independence to those students. So that is it to Black's Acts. Wow, Black Excellence. Wow. Sorry, y'all. So Black Excellence, definitely, you guys have any articles, definitely get that to us. The financial literacy article was from Good Black News, so definitely shout out to that website. That was definitely appreciated.
Well, it's a great superpower, though. I have the actual superpower of where the drunker I get, the more my addiction comes in. So
that's good.
Awesome for me. Not so great for you.
It comes out when it needs to. I'll be fine, thank you.
As I sip some more. Anyway.
Horrible.
Petty.
Very.
No. Pourquoi? No.
Again, horrible. So, next thing we got going on is LGBT news that's going on in the LGBTQ community. So, next thing we got going on with that is a great accomplishment by fellow UFC fighter Amanda Nunes. Now, Amanda Nunes, she actually had a featherweight championship title against the Chris Cyborg last past week in regards to that championship. She is actually now the first woman to hold 2 UFC championships at the same time. So she whipping all of ass, right? So she beat Cyborg 51 seconds into their fight. This was back in Los Angeles.
Right. Yeah.
Total knockout. So definitely bigs up to her for getting that lovely feat. She shared her assignment on Twitter saying there's no words to describe this moment. Thank you fans, her opponent, trainers.
Cyborg with her half machine, half human ass got a whole ass whooping.
She also acknowledged the coaches Dana White and her fiance, which is fellow fighter Nina Ansaroff. She basically just was very happy of all that happened. So she also
just like the sound of that one.
Hey. So she also acknowledged her relationship with Ansaroff, and because they've been getting a lot of flack and
it's
a lot
like
of
some
hate.
like Final Fantasy villain. I'm sorry.
Ansaroff.
So they've been getting a lot of emails just about, their sexuality and choices and their understanding, especially for Amanda, her platform and being, a lesbian woman in the UFC, being a champion in that space. So she's understanding her platform and really want to give back to the LGBTQ community and as well as her own
UFC
community.
is getting very LGBT friendly.
They are, and I love it.
And like every roundabout way possible.
Like, it's so awesome. It's just like
trans, and now we got this one.
Yeah, boxing and mixed martial arts definitely is an outlet I think we can really stride in, especially those of color. Especially, we're getting a lot more people in those spaces, and it's really nice to see people, be whipping ass, getting paid for it. I love it. So big ups to Amanda Nunes for that.
They realize gays whoop ass too.
Okay, we play video games better than we play.
And it ain't just doing windmills either.
We beat ass.
I wish I would see somebody in the UFC doing that.
Doing windmill, knock someone ass out.
Oh, sure the uppercut, crescent kick your ass into the fucking floor.
Hayuka.
And end it with a heel strike.
Okay. That would be like hilarious. So definitely that'll be a fun time. So definitely big up to Amanda. Definitely big up to UFC. Definitely this platform is really great for her. So definitely have her get into that mode of helping others and just continue to slay. So big ups to you. And the last thing going on with LGBT news is actually a pretty cool one. So there is a museum in Berlin called the Schulz Museum. It's actually the most popular LGBTI museum in the city of Berlin, and they had just launched a new exhibit called the Rainbow Arcade. And what the Rainbow Arcade is actually going to highlight the queer content and then also history in video games. So the exhibit covers more than 30 years of queer content and games through fan art, memorabilia, and video video interviews with designers along with video games. They will also have several contemporary titles you can play as well during the exhibit. Now, this was curated by Adrian Shaw along with Jan Schwarzenberg and as well as gaming journalist Sarah Rudolph. So it shows a lot of cool things. It's going to actually show a lot of different aspects of just queer culture and history in video games, like Birdo being a trans character in Mario. There's also a game called Cater and Castro that was developed by CM Rolfe. That's actually also going to be a part of the exhibit. There's a lot of cool things that is going on with this, so you can check it out in Dublin. You can check this in Berlin, right now. So it's really special because again, you're going to be able to see all these different kind of games and different aspects of queer history. There's also going to be parts where it's going to talk about the struggle of queer and LGBTQ creators and those kind of content in video games, so it's going to give you a full view of it, but it's really nice that you're going to be able to check this out. Basically, with the creator of it, Shaw was saying until the archive there wasn't no historical understanding of LGBTQ content, so it's really easy to forget that this can be in games, so it's really nice to acknowledge that.
For sure. I'm sorry, I'm eating chips. I'm hungry as shit.
Pretty cool.
And I had to move the mic away from Cole because he's like...
Was it being that loud?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Very, very loud. He was just like, you just think very loud. Damn. Not that loud. So
we can't
definitely...
be petite in every way.
That was very unladylike.
I know, sis. Anyway. What else? Next.
Dead. So that is pretty much a cool thing going on with that. So definitely big up to that exhibit. So that is it for LGBT news. So definitely, if you guys have any articles, definitely send it over to BeatsAndBull@gmail.com along with our other social media. Definitely check us out, y'all. So next thing we got going on actually is tech shit going on. So cool thing actually. So CES, which is a big tech conference over in Las Vegas. They hold every year. Best way I explain it is like an E3, but really just all with technology from all different kind of companies. So like Google, Samsung, LG, different kind of startups. They actually go out there to show their new toys and projects. So a lot of this news is coming directly from CES. It actually started this past Saturday and it's actually going through Friday. So definitely, if you guys check out like all the publications talking about technology, they'll be talking about a lot of that stuff. First thing we got going on from CES, they actually just announced for all title subscribers over with the Android devices, they are now going to start releasing the master recordings for all of the music that comes onto Tidal. Now this was a partnership they actually did with MQA back in 2016, I believe, so 3 years ago. And basically now with this new update, Android users will be able to maintain a audio quality experience between not only their Windows devices, but then also their phones, online and offline. So basically, this would be a master recording and the best, pretty much a good quality of the record, how basically the artist and how the listener should be listening to that. So basically, it's for those who have the high resolution membership. So if you have the high resolution membership or the hi-fi premium membership, basically you can start listening to the master quality recordings of those songs.
Question. They're releasing the master quality copy.
Yes.
What the fuck have we been listening to?
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, I didn't know there was like a tier listening.
Yeah, so basically for a lot of people that don't know, a lot of streaming services do this where they segregate basically how you're listening to audio quality. So if you're a free member, you're getting pretty much the bottom of the audio quality.
No, my thing is, like, my music is on Tidal. I had to release the mastered copy. I had to submit that to them. So what are they playing for people who not paying for the...
They're paying for the bottom tier quality, bro.
So
I didn't release the bottom tier quality.
So what they're probably going to do, they're probably going to strip that and probably just put it into their format. That's what a lot of people do. They're gonna release the master, but with their like actual system, they're gonna like actually scrub that, so you're not listening to everything. So for these people, they typically get the bottom end
beforehand.
As an artist, I'm disappointed.
Was that known? Like that they're like
no, it wasn't.
a lot
Because they say it has to be mastered. It has to be if it has to be mastered. Why? If what I'm giving you has to be mastered, why are you stripping my master quality song or album down to something less?
Yeah, to like 160 or 192 instead of like.
And that's how they're gonna get this. That's how they're gonna get a subscription.
Disappointed in you, Jay. We need to talk.
I should have known.
That's with all different services.
Yeah,
Spotify does it as well. Pandora does it as well.
I was say Pandora, like she's like.
That's all different. That's literally how they do a lot of streaming and radio. They're not gonna get.
If you didn't know this ahead of time, like what the fuck?
Now that might not be something
artist,
told
I'm
to.
thoroughly disappointed.
Now that might not be told to artists when they're releasing the master quality recordings, but that's what a lot of people do, especially with a lot of these.
Is that trying to make you pay for it too? On top of that.
Yep. So. Like I have premium, and I know when I listen to a lot of stuff, I know I'm getting a better quality than I will get for free. I've heard differences. Like I'm not a big audiophile, but like I know difference between like
how much difference are you gonna hear through your phone?
People also listen through headphones.
Plug their phones up through the radio too.
Radio,
like me, so.
Speakers, headphones, and especially got some good headphones, you can tell a difference. So yeah. So definitely
audio files are a thing. So
so definitely big up to Tidal for giving that platform to artists for them to listen to that.
Let that be known ahead of time. Like that's not a. I can't even big up that.
It's the music industry.
Yeah, and they're trying to get the money that they can. Other thing going on with CES is Amazon. Amazon is showing a very big presence in CES. They actually announced some new services in regards to delivery and their Amazon Key service. Now, the Amazon Key service actually was, which pretty much is a good service going on with Amazon, and how they basically, you can not only use the service to like lock a lot of like places like in your house, but then also you can use a lot of the features to get what's called entryless or keyless entry deliveries. So say if you have Amazon Key, you can have someone just come into the door and deliver your package. Well, now they're expanding that idea
in your home.
I've seen many porns like this.
I'm straight.
So yeah, so basically, if you know you get a lot of packages, and instead of just having them wait by the door, they'll have a way to get in and just drop it there. Yeah, so you have people who are actually interested in that. So it was called Amazon Key, but now they dubbed it Key by Amazon and made that switch at CES. But basically, the three big initiatives that they announced was they are going to do in-garage access. They're also doing a FOB, keyless entry for businesses, and along with the Ring application. The Ring application, is a in surveillance home app that you can also use at the doorbell. That's also going to have an integration kind of with Amazon as well. So first off, with the garage access, basically if you get the manufacturer Chamberlain garages, they're going to have what's called a MyQ connected software for garage doors, and basically you can use the Key app for in-garage deliveries. So this is going to happen in eligible markets at first, and then they're going to roll it out nationwide second quarter. So basically, if you have one of the Chamberlain garage doors, you can put in Key by Amazon. Instead of getting it by the door, they'll just put it inside your garage.
Y'all trying to get too much access to my home. Right. Y'all already, I already got Alexa. Y'all got enough access.
The other ones include Key for Business. Now, excuse me. This is pretty much for keyless entry access for businesses. So this will be for offices and apartments. You don't have to be buzzed in every time, and basically you'll be able to get the package right there.
But it's gonna be a success because they know people want their stuff.
Yeah, people want their stuff.
So yeah, it's Amazon. Yeah, come on in. Not thinking about that they not really gonna completely screen everybody that they got delivering these packages. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I can't fuck with it, but I can see how it will be lucrative. So
yeah. And now with the Ring integration, basically there's gonna let customers open and close their locks within the Ring app, so they'll be also able to do that as well. So if you have Ring already, you can add that with the Key by Amazon app and have that where they can verify as an Amazon person at your door. They'll just open the door and then they'll drop the package. Honestly, I'll do that. Do that and just be like, "Oh, you from Amazon? Oh, okay, that's fine." Like that would be more safer than just having someone just inadvertently getting in your garage
right now, so I can make some money.
My mind wanders too much. I can go buy an Amazon costume.
Right.
So
and be like, "That's me."
Right. Hey, I'm about to deliver a package.
So yeah,
to nothing.
Yeah, so that's a good thing with that.
Almost said something, but anyway.
And we're back.
All right, so in regards to that, definitely if you guys are more interested in a lot of stuff going on with CES, I'm advise you guys to check out just a couple places: eGadget, CNET. Verge is also a good one as well. But CES, honestly, if you're someone who like a lot of technology stuff, you'll be like a kid in a candy store. Google have been also announcing a lot of cool things. Actually, there was something else I wanted to put in here for it. They're actually going to start experimenting with like wireless charging, like over the air Wi-Fi, like wireless charging. They actually just announced that over in CES. So yeah. Yeah, the technology is getting big. It's getting very expensive.
I wonder how long before they come out with something. Oh yeah, just embed this chip and blah blah blah, whatever. Like stuff is getting more and more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Advanced.
Not necessarily. I mean, technology is going to advance. Period. Intrusive.
Yeah, intrusive.
Yeah,
invasive.
That's the word.
Yes.
Yeah, it's stuff is getting more and more intrusive. Like charging over the Wi-Fi. So I guarantee you, they're not going to let you know that everything that's going to let them access while it's charging your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, but. Hey, I'll probably be using it just like everybody else.
But is this if it's plugged in or is this?
So I was like browsing over it when I was looking at some of the other stuff with CES, but I think if I recall, like if I can find it, but basically like what it would do is like how the same way like radio towers and stuff like that will go over with your phone. It would be the same way how you would do with charging. It would just be like over the air. But basically, yeah, I had to find it again. I might find it like afterwards. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, so like, how would that work? Or like, would it be like a certain tower or station you have to go to in order to have like the charging to work? So
I think it would just work exactly how you can cast stuff to your TV.
Yeah, exactly. That could be something.
It just has to be hooked up to the same Wi-Fi network, and you probably press either a button on your phone or turn on the app.
Yeah, and then it will go ahead and charge the phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be more likely what it would be. So yeah, like I said, technology is definitely, and that's definitely true. I think it is getting just a little bit more intrusive.
I mean, this is, and it's only going to get more. You know, so I mean, but like I said, they do it because these things, phones, and these things have come to be necessities. You know, it's not just, for a while it was a luxury to have a cell phone, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like now it's a necessity.
Yeah,
they made it so, they made technology so prevalent. It's like we can't live without it.
Exactly.
If everything was to shut down and all technology was to be cut, this world would go to shit.
Huh.
It would be a wasteland. They would riot and tear shit up. It would be crazy.
Man, it'll definitely be wild. So definitely check that out, guys. If you guys have other, suggestions and articles, definitely send those to us. So now we're over at Bullshyt of the Week. So we have some pretty good stories in regards to the shit going on for.
The laugh was classic.
So so first we got going on with Bullshyt of the Week in comments. Has been the whole R. Kelly situation, surviving R. Kelly. A lot of stuff has came out for R. Kelly in regards to his allegations and abuse and physical, emotional, and a lot of stuff with a lot of the accusations and women that's been out. It's been very crazy for everything going out with R. Kelly. A lot of new things have now came into fruition. There's now criminal investigation now with R. Kelly that just got recently announced, so they're definitely looking more into this case with all the accusations. So definitely is odd. It's just a crazy thing going on for sure. And one thing going on with this that I'm kind of boggled about is when the docuseries came out, actually his streaming numbers increased. Now, a rep from Spotify confirmed that their streaming numbers for him went up 16% after surviving R. Kelly, and this is confirmed by other sources that it went up when this docuseries came out for this man.
Why do you think that was?
For one, definitely people wanted to know who the man was. I mean, for those who don't know about the R. Kelly situation, they probably want to be like, oh, what's his music like? Oh, what is this? Oh, now I want to... Like, we know what it is, but it's still kind of like, in a way, like, damn. It's like, we know this man is bad, but now we deciphering this music, but now we're trying to figure out what's going on or figure out who he was.
It went up for a few different reasons.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. You introduce this man and his music to a new audience. Now, when you introduce them into this new audience, they want to go listen to the music, and you know what I'm saying? Now, also, you got people who has been a fan and has been oblivious, and now the docuseries shed light on the fact that he pretty much based all his songs, even songs that he wrote for other people, after his life, after things he was doing with these young girls and these women and this, that, and the other. So now people are curious to go back and hear what they missed. And then on top of that, you got the people who separate the man from the monster and just still enjoy the music. And it sparks them to go listen. So it's a few different reasons why he had a spike in his music streams or whatever. And to be honest, when I was watching it, I said it to myself. I was like, oh, his music about to go up. And it's for every reason that I just stated, because it's a lot of different things. Like it's probably young people who introduced them into the music now who don't even care what the documentary was saying or this, that, and the other. They still gonna play it because they didn't discover something that they like. So I mean, it's crazy. My heart goes out to the victims, people who really were victims, and don't get me like, it's a slippery slope with this whole R. Kelly thing, because you got people now. Don't get me wrong, he started all this with fucking around with young girls. Had he not done that, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. That in itself put him under the jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't take advantage of teenagers like that. And then he was taking them and training them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, at 13, 14, 15, like,
right,
hanging out at McDonald's and high schools and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and he did have some people, some things happen to him. He was molested, blah, blah, blah. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He needs help. He needs help. And hopefully this investigation or whatever they'll get it, because he's arrogant about it. And that's the slap in the face. Like, when you really go back, and that docuseries, like, for me, like, it made me realize how much he's been hiding in plain sight this whole fucking time. Now, mind you, us being older or whatever, we've known about this, forever. The whole, starting with the Leah, you know what I'm saying, the sex tape, and then recently the sex cult thing. Like, we've known this for forever. But now it's being highlighted. I mean, that's great that it's being brought to the forefront or whatever. But it's being highlighted now, and it's like, what took so long? And they talk about it in the series that he grew to the heights of money oversaw morals, and that's sad that that's the world that we live in now. That money can take precedence over morals. This was a young girl. These were young girls that he manipulated and did all these type of things to. I can go on and talk about this forever, but I hope he gets the help that he needs, because he himself is a victim. He was molested, and that shaped his mind and this, that, and the other to do these things. So he is a victim himself. So he needs to be stopped, and he needs to be helped. You were asleep for the whole leading up to this.
Back with that. Like,
no, he is a victim.
That have been molested, and they are victims, but they don't react and go about the same kind of way.
Say that again.
There are a lot of people I know that have been molested and have been sexualized early on in life, but they don't react in the same way that he does.
But see, you didn't let me finish. I've said that everything he did was wrong. Like he full accountability for it. This, that, and I was molested, but you don't see me out here. I'm doing this, that. So exactly. I feel you. So but he was. How long do you have
to realize that you've been doing wrong all the time?
I mean, you're right.
And he even acknowledges that in some of his little interludes that he puts on this album for us to care about him and all the bullshit he's going through, according to him.
You're right. I mean, and that's why I say I hope he gets the help that he needs, and I hope that he is stopped, because he is still doing this to this day. Help? It does at this point.
It comes to the point where you acknowledge it, but see, you're still further going into it.
But see, the thing is, it's certain things that whether or not you want help or not, you need it. And now we're talking about young girls,
this is
young teenage girls. So whether he wants it or not, they need to force help down his throat or whatever. Like he needed.
I think we're past help.
Yeah. I think
he needs to get help in the jail.
He does.
I mean, because he needs to pay for what he did.
I see it like this. With R. Kelly, he's been such an influential man, and I think I said this before, because this is me just being my little cosmic self. He has the ability to just lead people and influence people, and it's all about your influence. If you are good in your influence, you're gonna lead good people. If you have bad influence, you're gonna be someone who's just gonna use that for their own selfish gain. So I kind of look at it as a cult member. Like a lot of these cult members,
Prince Ali, fabulous he looking ass thing.
So that's one thing that
no one knows what context that came out of.
I love Aladdin. So definitely, this is something that I feel like now his influence is now on the left end. It's like you manipulate so many of these girls and make them think that they are special, and at the same time you were restricting on the eat and talk and all this other stuff. You did this to your wife. You did this to other people. You did this to current stars that we cannot. Well, I'm not gonna name allegedly, that has been told. But it's just the fact. It's sad the fact that's going on now. And the flip side is R. Kelly has actually has said that he is going to blast his accusers. He has actually put a website out right now called Surviving Lives that basically
they shut it down.
Oh, that's good.
It was a Facebook page.
Oh, that's funny. So he basically, is upset about the fact that people are,
What? They said what now?
This is on the heels of him acknowledging the shit he's done.
Well, that's you can't let that
asking for forgiveness for it, and in the same token, saying that it was too late now. I'm doing what I'm doing, and fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
How can you say this person needs help?
No, he does need help. But see, you were asleep. I said he's sick and arrogant. I said
there's no sick and arrogant. There's a sick and arrogant, and this is like giving the zero fucks whatsoever.
No, see, that's the thing. Like that, we got to stop doing that. We got to look at everything as a whole. No, but see, you got to look. But see, you got to look at everything. You can't go. You can't go.
At everything.
No, you're not. You just said you're going on what he gave you. He's not going to give you everything. So we had to find.
What can you give me? We
had to find out. Okay, now, yes, everything he did was sick, and he deserves to pay for it.
Know what
we got right. So we
know
got
what he's acknowledged.
Right, we got
knows
this.
what he's apologized for.
Okay, so what about?
Now we're in the place where he's saying, forget it.
So what about?
I did it.
No,
I'm gonna keep doing it.
So what about the person that did it to him and fucked up his mind to spawn this monster to do all of the shit that he did?
They're not in the picture anymore, though. We're at the point where he acknowledges that I was molested.
Everything has a cause.
I've gone through this shit. I acknowledge it. Please forgive me for it. And now I'm at the place where, fuck it. It's happened, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Everything
That's
has
pretty
a
much
cause.
what we're saying.
Everything. Nobody is trying to excuse. That's why I don't understand where you're coming from, because nobody trying to excuse him. But he is a victim too. Him and his brothers, they were molested.
Yes, and he's not seeking any help for it.
So you're talking me in circles. So I'm not
talking in circles.
You are, because I literally said that even if he doesn't want help, he needs it. They need to force it down his throat, even if he don't want it. He needs to be stopped. So, like, I don't understand what we're talking about. Yes, he's sick. He needs help. He needs to be stopped. He needs to pay for everything he does. But he's a victim too, and he does. And that's the thing. He might not know that he needs it.
He's acknowledged.
Everybody don't always know that they need help.
He's acknowledged that he needed the help, and
when did he acknowledge it?
It's in his fucking lyrics on the album. You can go to the fucking
that was just him hiding. That was him hiding in plain sight. That's what that was.
And then we can go to the interviews. I mean, they have him on video saying that it's too late now.
No, that's the arrogance. But it's also people on that docuseries talking about, he came to me and said, "Man, I need to stop recording these girls. It's gonna get me in trouble. I need pray for me." It's people on there vouching for him, saying that he said that. So he knows he has a problem. He
can't. Did he seek the help?
He was going to people and asking them to pray for him. So I'm guessing he did seek some type of help.
Pray the way shit.
I mean, hey, that's a whole different can of worms. I'm saying he is a victim himself. He's a monster. But he is a victim himself that spawned that monster, and that needs to be addressed as well. That's all I'm saying.
There's definitely a lot of factors into that, and that's definitely things agreeable. I think definitely we have to look into everything in regards to what's been going on. At the same time, people have to be accountable of their own actions. So that's kind of like the double-edged sword. So definitely with him, like I said, this is really the first and probably, and honestly last time I'm going to refer to this. R. Kelly, you have always been a man of mystery in many different ways. You've been listening and knowing your history and culture for so many generations and years. Your actions are not to be looked into as just child's play. It is really something where it's you have to understand that your actions have consequences, and this is what happens. Anyway. You are a evil man. You are someone who cannot be trusted, and someone who has done so much in the community that is sickening. And you have, made so many good hits, but at times we have to understand, if we're able to separate man from art, then we can do that. At the same time,
right there, my perfect segment. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off right there, but that's the perfect segment. That brings up my question. Now, I'm pretty sure the consensus is mostly the same for R. Kelly about separating the man from the art. it's almost impossible to do that. He a nasty man and all that. I don't see myself listening to too many R. Kelly songs, but
I find myself skipping quite a bit lately.
But what about Kanye? Now that we have R. Kelly and his shit and Kanye,
I think for Kanye,
it's not even close to the same.
Okay, but before this docuseries came out, everybody was talking about, oh, I can't fuck with Kanye no more because of the shit he doing, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Everybody was talking about now. Which one is more?
Kanye for me.
Kanye only hurts himself.
Kanye for me, I can separate both, and I can be okay with it. I understand Kanye is hurting. Kanye is in a very bad space, and for someone who doesn't want to accept that, it's very hard. For someone who says, I can be dark, twisted fantasy, or no, this Kanye without being on meds, and for someone who, long story short, for some in personal experience, knowing people who don't take their medicine or don't feel that they can be themselves, need to really reevaluate that. I understand where it's like you don't want to feel that kind of sense of the medication. You need to talk to your advisor, talk to your doctor. Maybe you need to find someone else to get you into a good level that you feel like you don't have to feel numb or a zombie when you're on medication. But you need to take the proper things to make sure you're fine.
And
He's
again,
at a bad
Kanye's
spot.
only hurting himself.
He's a very bad space.
He's only hurting himself.
And that's the problem. That's the thing. He is hurting himself because he doesn't understand that I need to just find the right level and you'll be fine. Like, you can live a productive life with bipolar and be okay.
Issues are mainly a part of being expressing an ideology of how his mind is processing things that he's experienced within our society. R. Kelly is victimizing people.
Well, no, I get the difference between the two. I'm talking about the similarity of people talking about separating the man from the music. Now, what you just saying, what you said, it made me realize something about Kanye. Kanye is bipolar. But Kanye is bipolar and has been his whole career. Listen to all of the titles of his albums. College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation might be an exception from the point that I'm making. But 808s and Heartbreaks, My Twisted Dark Fantasy. Like, these are all my twisted dark fantasy. Bipolar. Two opposite ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Late Registration, Procrastinator. You know what I'm saying? Like College Dropout. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all, it kind of seems like he's been crying out for help. Like, my mind's telling me no. You know, it kind of seems like that, but that's just what I got from.
And like I've said, he's spoken his issues. He's acknowledged his issues. He said he's needed help. He said he's been trying, and then he got to the point where he's just like, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore."
I mean, as we know, that can just come from him not being on his meds or being on the wrong chemical balance of meds
for being a sexual predator.
Say what? No, I'm talking about Kanye. There's no excuse for R. Kelly. I don't know why you arguing that. We're not trying to make any excuses for R. Kelly.
You were giving us a juxtaposition of the two, or a comparison.
Only reason I was comparing the two is because before all this R. Kelly shit started, everybody was talking about get Kanye the fuck out of here. I can't separate the man from the music. Blah blah blah. Okay, now
this is where I can't fuck with you. Like, why is Kanye such an aberration, and R. Kelly's getting so many damn fucking excuses?
Are you and these $5 words? That might have been 6. What the fuck is aberration?
Aberration is something that's like completely disgusting, mutated to the point of where it's just
So R. Kelly's acts are an act of aberration.
Aberrant. Yeah. Yes.
So his acts are aberrant. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So what did you say again? Since I understand the word now.
Whereas how are we gonna throw Kanye out where his things are basically just an ideology or a way of opinion, whereas R. Kelly's actions.
Well, that's my point. Everybody was so ready to get Kanye out of here.
And that's where I can fuck with you. Like, why are they so willing to get rid of Kanye, whose stuff doesn't hurt anyone?
But they
other
jam
than
in the but they jam in the R.
Here
Kelly.
we have R. Kelly, who's like hurt people, many individuals.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
And they're like defending him.
Yeah. we made it around. we got to the point.
So, like I said, this is like crazy. So definitely R. Kelly, I'm kind of like over this. So I'm sorry, but it's just like, you know, it is what it is. I think at this point, R. Kelly, you need help. R. Kelly, you need to be like in jail. R. Kelly, you just need to stop. So next thing we got going on with Bullshit of the Week is a very interesting story, and a story I've been honestly following ever since it happened, because I feel, one, I used to work at this place, but then two, like, I can understand all of this stuff. So Bullshit of the Week, this happened over in St. Petersburg, Florida, in regards to Miss Yasmin James. Miss Yasmin James was a worker at McDonald's over at the St. Petersburg location. This occurred over in New Year's Eve.
She was definitely with the beats and bullshit.
So on Monday on New Year's Eve, she basically was videotaped by a man who aggressively pulled her, and she ended up whomping on old dude. Now, to give context of what happened.
Whomping.
What happened basically was the man went to McDonald's. He asked for a straw, and he wanted a straw. And basically, for those who kind of know about the food industry and stuff like that, they're phasing away from plastic straws. McDonald's actually has been one of the more major fast food chains that have been putting an initiative to it. So basically, now if you want a straw, you have to ask for it. It's just doesn't come included. And then after I think 2020, they're gonna just eradicate plastic straws. It's gonna be probably like paper or whatever is available. So when the man didn't get a straw, Miss Yasmin told him you have to ask for it. He basically said bullshit and basically grabbed Miss Yasmin by the collar.
By the throat.
Oh no.
From then on out, Miss Yasmin went to reactive mode and started punching dude like a beanbag.
Ultra.
So at that time, basically everybody was like, "Oh, he shouldn't have hit her. She had grabbed her. She didn't hit him." Blah blah blah.
They said she shouldn't have hit him.
Some people thought that she shouldn't have hit him, and then other people, like a majority, was like, "Why the hell you grabbed her?"
Y'all some fucking
Right, that's
fools.
assault.
For
And
anybody,
she has the right to defend herself from that point.
For anybody talking, if I'm not mistaken, she got reprimanded by her job.
How she gonna
No,
reprimanded?
she didn't get reprimanded. McDonald's said she can come back, but she refused not to.
But they did fire her at first.
No, they didn't fire her. They put her off. They put her off, but they never fired her. And then after the situation, McDonald's actually said you can come back and still work. Like, we're not gonna fire you. Like, you can come back. We're not like mad at you.
My thing is, they shouldn't have put her off. They shouldn't have laid her off.
I agree.
No, I don't agree with that, because they have to investigate, because they don't know exactly what happened.
Investigate. It's on fucking social media. Don't y'all got cameras and shit?
The woman who actually
still have to
videotaped it also like gave her
They
like
will
talked
have
about
to,
it too.
You know, refer to the footage and everything and all that kind of stuff. It has to be an investigation first. That's standard procedure.
I don't care what job I'm working and what rules y'all got, because a lot of jobs say they don't care what the situation is. If you fight, you're fired. So I don't
leave
care.
of absence. That's what she took.
She took a leave of absence.
That's what it says. She took a leave of absence because she's not comfortable with being paranoid or scared in the workplace.
The way he, you put your hands on me, period. But the way he put his hands on
her,
he got he reached the counter across the counter and grabbed her by her throat.
Assault. And she has the right to defend herself.
That was Molly Wild. Yeah, she used to be a boxer, so she gave
she used to be a boxer. That's another can of worms in general.
You got to see the video. She gave him them hands.
I was like, yes.
So, and then it was just the right. bah.
I was like,
bah,
yes.
bah. She was just tagging it, sticking it.
That's another aspect to it too. Then that she was a boxer, because you have to.
She was pretty and dangerous.
It's the same as carrying a gun license.
Oh yeah, well yeah, some boxers and martial artists and shit and that's the whole thing. That's like me and with my dad. My dad is like a 100-degree black belt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He had to register his hands as a martial, as a deadly weapon. So yeah.
So yeah, the man, Daniel Taylor, he actually was the one that grabbed her. Now he actually also kicked another worker in the stomach on the way out because he was upset. So he actually got charged by 2 charges. Actually, a civil battery. Now Yasmin's attorneys want to get this up to felony battery in regards to it. But basically, she feels that McDonald's need to improve the employee safety and train managers to de-escalate these kind of situations. She doesn't blame her manager because she felt like he wasn't equipped and trained. I agree. I feel like no manager should do that.
Too quick. It happened too quick. She did her job and said, "Sir, I'm sorry. You have to ask for it." Bam! You know what manager is going to say intervene and
right? Like a taser, do something like that. It's like, wait, like you just grab. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
a lot of people feel like a lot of the men in that McDonald's should have backed her up a lot more. A lot
she
of them
had it.
Backed her up how though?
She had it. You got to see the video. There was no time for anybody to do nothing. Right. You standing this close to her. You had time to do nothing. He reached his hand across, grabbed her throat, and she reacted instantly. And from the first swing, bah, dead that shit. Bah, bah. And he couldn't do nothing. Like, she had it.
No, she did.
It was nothing for
No, she definitely did. I think
an argument where she's not comfortable coming back because this situation is still going to be there.
Well, it was probably traumatizing for her.
No, for sure.
Even though she defended herself.
No, that's traumatizing. No one to be able to hit someone like that, especially while you're in your job and making your coin. That's definitely not a good move. And I agree. I think
McDonald's is not worth it.
Okay, it's definitely not worth it. So I think when the video first came out, I think a lot of people did felt that way, and then finding out that she used to train as a boxer. I think that's why for me, I was like, well, at least she knew. Now, granted, I will say this.
Two different things.
Granted, I will say this though. The only thing I would say about that is I wish the men, I would say after she was throwing hands, intervene and it was like, sir, you need to go. That would have been okay. But when she was already
who dragged him out?
She ended up. Someone did end up pulling her, and then that's when the manager was kind of like saying like what's going on and everything like that. But she was already like backing up, saying you know pussy ass nigga, like she was like going off and
talking her shit.
Yeah, she was Florida chick. She said pussy ass nigga, and I was like okay. So she was like, you hit me first, like you, and he was saying like no, you did. Like I was like, bro, you
put your hand.
You yanked first. She didn't.
You got that ass tapped. Now what? She was talking her shit.
I was like, come on. Like I see, Florida. I love y'all in certain aspects, and that was something I appreciate. So, but definitely the bullshit about that is for real. Like, no one should feel they have to be that threatened at work. And for Daniel Taylor, I hope you do get some sort of reprimand. I swear to God, because that's
Put
just
him in the cell,
horrible. For real. Have fun with that hole. So the last thing we have for bullshit of the week is a very interesting. We love a good meme. We love a good pop culture moment, and this pop culture moment ended at the end of 2018. For those who have not seen or have seen on social media, Netflix recent smash Bird Box, released over in the Christmas season, and sparked a lot of memes, sparked a lot of good stuff, and apparently people are reacting a lot from the movie. So basically Bird Box has become so popular, it has not only birthed a million memes, but it also now has its own challenge where social media users blindfold themselves, such like the characters like Sandra Bullock.
What would make you take the blindfold off?
Doing everyday tasks like running, bicycling, and doing laundry. Now, although these are pretty funny, these can also be very dangerous. So Netflix actually got a wind of the situation and tweeted it back on the beginning of this year. Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with this Bird Box challenge. We do not know how this started, and we appreciate the love, but boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and it's for you not to end up in the hospital due to memes.
I'm still mad at that. Okay. Boy and girl. I was so mad at that in that movie. Alright, but anyway.
Y'all, this is not surprising. Any kind of like pop culture thing, especially for us in the community, we try to black on, we end up making it a meme. So not too surprised. What I'm kind of sad about though is the fact y'all willingly blindfolding y'all and doing mobile activities.
These motherfuckers was eating. Excuse me. These motherfuckers was eating Tide Pods. Why are you surprised at this?
Not the fact they're doing this, but the fact for real, like, mobile activity. I don't been okay, maybe try to eat some or something like that, but riding a bike, bruh.
These motherfuckers was killing themselves playing Pokemon Go. These motherfuckers was killing themselves doing the In My Feelings challenge.
That was a scary one.
I mean,
did your mama tell you not to go out of a running car?
Apparently not. Well, or some of them said Mama Drake said it's okay. Drake and Shiggy said they challenged us to do it, so we have to do it.
The psyche. So, long story short, y'all, be cognitive, be aware. For real.
Be smart.
Be smart. Don't blindfold yourself. Do it. If you're going to blindfold yourself, and we just being honest, if you're going to blindfold yourself, make sure it's at an activity that you know you're not going to move for a while.
Make sure you try to pin the tail on the donkey. That's what you, if you're going to blindfold yourself.
No.
That's... sit back. What's next on the docket?
So that's actually the end of bullshit of the weekend.
I feel attacked. Leave me alone.
And for the docket. So, and with that in mind, we're gonna wrap things up here, guys. Be sure to check us out on our social media. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. That is Beats
I
and
don't
Bull.
know y'all hoes anyway.
For free to check us out. Also on our email, guys. We are growing. We have some good surprises for you guys really soon. So definitely keep checking out our content and updates. We will definitely keep you guys
updated. I wish y'all could just see how excited he just got.
Listen, like I said, it'll be very nice. We're revving it up, guys. Definitely check us out. Definitely, if you guys have any questions, let us know. We like to talk to you guys. Definitely check us out, guys, on Twitter. We definitely want to check what you guys are thinking.
There are really other applications for blindfolds. I'm just saying.
There are. Eric, do you have any closing announcements?
I think I did, but that just threw me off. Yeah, stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming for y'all. We got the
Patreon.
Yeah, that too.
That too.
We got the Patreon coming soon. We're going to be taking video of the podcast and doing all that stuff. So, yeah, just stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming for y'all.
Yeah, definitely keep us locked, guys, on BeatsAndBull. That is for all social handles and me email. Other than that, guys, you guys have a great week, and check you guys later.
I'm about to be